So do you guys remember where we left off?
Well, I have to read beforehand, so I don't.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, because Stallworth or Derek is staked by David's sire and his own.
Okay, I want to hear Stallworth giving a recap because I don't think that's ever happened before.
All right. So like the whole episode.
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Well, it started.
It all started.
It started with. Okay. The part I remember is.
I've never heard anyone equivocating this much before. Just go for it.
Go for it.
I remember being approached by being emailed by the FBI agent about my girlfriend, and I remember we talked to him. We set up a plan to go to where my girlfriend was. And the plan was when I got there, I was going to interrogate her, ask her about some things about I guess my sire. But when we got there, we had to break out and everything. She said she was going to take me to my sire. We made up. I was foolish enough to trust her. So, I went with her after we broke out with the assistance from my friends. And when we got to this warehouse, David's sire showed up. My sire was there, and David's sire staked me. And they said I was a dumbass for actually trusting her.
And the thing is, Stephen asked him after he'd helped him escape from the FBI agent, and Denise wanted him to go meet his sire. I asked him. I said, "Do you want some backup?" And he's all like, "No, I trust her."
This is true.
Let's tell if it's a good thing or a bad thing that we let him go on his own, though. The only better option, I'd say, would be to not let him go at all.
Yeah, well, in the future, Stephen doesn't necessarily know these things about Derek yet. He's kind of got a suspicion that Derek's kind of a fly-by-the-pants kind of guy. But, after enough of these incidents happen, Stephen will begin to control more. No, I'm sorry, Derek. You're not going to go off with the girl.
We've had times in these games where something like this has recently happened, and so we just start mistrusting every character we run into, and then that just doesn't work out either.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm back.
All right, David's back.
Welcome back. Okay, we're starting the stream now.
Yeah.
Everybody settled.
Everyone have their character sheets?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So, let's see. Yeah, so you guys have all woken up, and Derek is still out.
Okay.
For Jonathan, that's not really surprising, since he's in his office.
Yeah.
And nobody's with him.
Yeah.
Other than himself. But for us, so he didn't come back. But would I have expected him to come back? How late did he leave?
He left a few hours before dawn, so it's possible he found some place to stay.
So I'm not overly concerned yet. I'm not going to be overly concerned until I get the message from Sir.
Okay.
That says we're going to kill your friend.
All right. Ryan, you get a call?
Here it comes. Here it comes now.
Do I actually?
Yes, you do.
All right. Answer. Well, where's it from?
It is from a name withheld. So you don't know who this withheld guy is, but he's the same one who called you and then gave the phone to your sire last time.
All right. I'll answer it.
All right. Boy, oh, it's been a long time since we last talked.
That's been a good day.
It's been a day, sir.
I miss you.
I miss you too.
Oh, good, the bad northern accent is back.
The thing is, I got someone new to keep me company.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm. Give me a second. Would you, say something into the phone, darling, and then you hear a scream. It sounds like a woman. It sounds a little bit like the, woman that was with Derek last time you saw him.
So you find Derek's bitch?
I found 2 bitches.
Go on, gives a listen to the other one.
The other one, he's a little bit, indisposed right now. See, the thing is,
Yeah.
if you want to see your bitch again, and his bitch,
All bitches.
you'd best find him before daybreak.
Want to give me any clues there?
I did send you a clue, now that you mention it. I don't know, unfortunately, where you are right now. So, I sent it to someone I knew that your Tremere friend would be able to trust.
Nikolai.
It's in the hands of his clan in
Yeah.
Chicago.
That's what I figured.
Just need to go down there and pick it up.
We'll do that then.
Alright. I hope to be seeing you pretty soon.
Likewise.
Alright?
Crunch.
And he hangs up.
Alright, head
You
to
know, I
Steven.
like Sir in the old Chicago Chronicles. This new Sir, I just don't like him at all.
Alright,
Alright,
so it's
Steven.
plan.
Where's Steven? Can I talk to him?
Yep, you're both in the Haven together.
Hey, Steve.
Yes, right.
Sarah's got Derek and his one in custody.
Sir has Derek.
Yeah, and his one.
And where does he have them?
Don't know. He says he gave the location to the Chantry in Chicago, so we've got to go there now.
Stephen closes his eyes and counts to 10.
Alright, well, he said your clan in Chicago. Is there any other possibility besides the Chantry?
No. No, there's not.
Alright, let's go then. Woohoo.
Very well.
Don't worry, I won't freak out because I've been there before.
Very well.
Alright. So you two going alone, or are you going to call in backup first?
Well,
Yeah, bring Terry.
well, yes, we'll bring Terry. Terry's automatically going with us. I think he means Jonathan. This is my opportunity to bring Jonathan in. So yes,
Jonathan's a social guy. Yeah, bring him.
So I'll give Jonathan a call. Since Jonathan generally gives me a call, this will be a switch.
Alright. So yeah, you're hanging out at the office doing your financial work when you get a phone call.
I will pick up. Jonathan Weiss speaking.
Jonathan, it appears that our friend Derek has been captured by Sir. That would be
Sorry,
Stephen's
who?
sire. Sir is
Ah.
Stephen's sire.
It's Steven's
Oh,
sire?
I'm sorry, Ryan.
Steven Steiner?
Sorry, Ryan's sire. I'm getting myself mixed up.
Oh, that's
So-
that sounds somewhat problematic.
Yeah. apparently we need to rescue him.
Obviously.
Our first clue is to head to the Chantry in Chicago.
All right. Is there a time limit?
Sunrise.
Oh. Oh my.
So
It's that kind of captivity.
yeah. I was just calling to see if you were busy, wanted to join.
I'm certainly not too busy for this.
This sounds more interesting than finances.
He had like the biggest like cat's cradle going on. He just puts it down.
I suppose I shall meet you there.
Sure, or we could swing by and pick you up.
That could also work.
All right. So that
In
will
that case, I will get ready.
All right.
I hang up and I get ready.
Okay.
All right. So let's fit out the trunk.
I'll let you decide what you want to bring while we switch over to Derek.
Okay.
All right. So Derek,
Yes.
you wake up as the stake is pulled from your chest by Denise.
You betrayed me.
Oh, really? She is very exasperated. I betrayed you. I'm the one who sat out in the parking lot while the other one was in mortal
she's gonna
danger.
bring that up again.
I'm the one who did that.
First of all, how do you know that I just sat out in the parking lot?
Because that's where your sire found you. I know him.
Then you
In
were-
case you haven't picked that up.
Then she wasn't in mortal danger.
So you wasn't in danger. So it ain't my fault.
I had to do things to ensure my own survival. This happens to be one of those things. Perhaps
Look.
if you had come to save me, that wouldn't have been a problem.
Look, we both made mistakes, all right?
Oh.
We can move past this, okay? Just let me go, and I can find it in my cold heart to forgive you.
I would love to let you go. Unfortunately, because of you, I'm stuck here too.
Damn, for real? Well, what happened? I thought my sire was your guy.
He was, but then there's this other guy, and he went off the rail, and now I'm here.
That's
God even
unfortunate.
knows where Angus is.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have to work together to get out of this, I suppose.
I mean, that's why I unstaked you.
So, what are your ideas?
Alright, we're gonna switch back over to these guys while she thinks.
Oh God.
Needless to say, since you asked what her ideas were, there is a litany of curses directed towards you as well, but we're gonna just skip over those.
I was staked. I can't stake when I'm staked.
Alright. So, the rest of you guys are just now reaching the chantry around this time.
All right.
So yeah, you guys pull up outside.
All right. Well, I will.
And you took Tara with you?
Yes.
So there's no one guarding the haven?
Not except our security system and my alerts on my phone
And the dogs,
and the dogs.
who are now uncontrollable.
Who we just let
and have,
roam because
and have
nobody's
already been addicted to vampiric betaine.
Yep. Should be so that
So
they're
it's
roaming.
very important to get Derek back.
Yes, because we can't enter the haven again until we get Derek back. Okay, we left and we said, okay, nobody's getting in here.
This is like
Not
good video
even us.
game design. Oh, you can't go back to your house
No.
because the dogs. You have to
The
complete the
dogs are
quest
crazy.
first.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we had Ryan. He used celerity. He unleashed him and then ran.
All right.
And then yeah, so they're just roaming
Great.
the grounds.
All right. So yeah, 4 of you are outside the chantry.
All right,
How do you want to approach this?
going to walk in my most businesslike manner. My
I
haughtiest
follow behind Steven.
University of Chicago professorship, and ask if there is a message for me.
All right. So you're the only one going in?
Yeah, what is the etiquette? Can I bring other people in?
You've gone way past etiquette. There's really no way to govern your relations with the chantry at this point.
That's true.
Well, you can take other people in as far as the guest room, of course.
So yeah, so I'll take them in with me as far as we can get, although we're all dying here on the chantry, just so you know, because we pissed Nikolai off. Anyway,
Theoretically, it was Ryan who failed to fulfill his boon, so...
maybe Ryan stays in the car.
Oh, was he the guy who brainwashed me to do that thing to Jonathan?
I was gonna say, has that triggered yet?
No.
No.
You're still good.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, let's go. Terry will stay with the car,
Okay.
keeping it running in case we come screaming like bats out of hell.
You won't get out.
Okay.
Alright, so...
Okay, good to know.
Alright. Second.
Here's the end of the coterie. Derek dies at the sunrise.
Alright,
Jonathan, Ryan, and Steven die in the Chicago chantry.
so you guys head in, and actually, I'm not sure if I have...
Does he wear the ascot?
Yeah, he's a real loser. Alright,
12-year-old with an ascot. All right. Am I really afraid of this guy?
yeah, you are.
Yes, I am. yes, I am.
Yeah, so as you're approaching the chantry doors, you obviously have a strong feeling of being observed.
Well, there's gargoyles or something, I'm
And
sure.
as you knock on the door, a elderly Chinese gentleman opens it and says, "Yes, who has come?"
Professor Stephen Higgins, or Dr. Stephen Higgins, and his friends, I am here to retrieve a message.
I see. He bows and motions for you guys to come in, takes you guys into the waiting area, and then he goes off.
I shall remain standing.
All right. Anyone else going to take a seat?
I'll stay behind Steven.
All right.
It's the meat shield. Or whatever. Fireball comes flying out of the hallway.
Yeah, you've got anti-magic.
I have antimatter?
Anti-magic.
Anti-magic.
Oh, I have anti-magic.
No, he doesn't.
No, I don't have anti-magic.
Ryan chooses to believe you have anti-magic.
Okay,
Alright.
so he hides behind me.
Belief is reality.
I think. And it might only be Tremere Web access to counter thaumaturgy.
Is that another discipline?
It's a discipline, yeah.
Is that a path?
No, it's not path, it's
Oh, it's another
discipline.
I haven't heard of that. I'll have to look into it though.
Alright.
I have a
Church
feeling
by
my plan
counter
will be-
magic, yeah.
Alright. So after some time, Nikolai emerges.
Joy.
So, he says, you know, he goes and he takes a seat. They're not letting you into the office again. And he says, so, what have you come here to say?
I've come here to retrieve a message which was supposedly sent here.
Many messages are sent here. Which one in particular are you?
The one addressed to me.
Ah. I believe I have it. Somewhere. I could find it, certainly. But the question arises, why should I?
But the
What do you
sender
want,
of it would be
Nikolai?
a bit- The sender of it would be annoyed if he didn't pass it on, I think.
So he directs this over towards you, Ryan. Says, I believe that this chantry has more than enough defenses to deal with a single mad Malkavian.
I'll leave it at that.
So I will. What do you want, Nikolai?
I want Harry Houdini dead.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Then it seems we have reached an impasse. Unless maybe one of your friends has something else to offer.
I will look at my friends.
Okay, out of character.
Mm-hmm.
I already own a boon for the Slenderman stuff, don't I?
That's sort of not a thing anymore based on the fact that he called it in and you refused to do it. So you're kind of just enemies now.
You have an anti-boon.
Alright.
But just to make it clear, offering him another boon will not work.
You don't say.
All right, I have no idea how to get this message out of him.
I look around.
Mm-hmm.
Any sign of any babble?
All right. So give me what is your perception plus babble?
5. Specialty if it's far away.
All right.
I got this, don't worry.
Alrighty.
Okay.
I'm counting on you. Counting on you, Ryan.
You actually do see, as you remember as you're coming in, you don't find any obviously here in this area. But you do remember coming in, there were some kind of strange markings along the side of the chantry. You would have to go back and check them again to see if they're babble or not.
Alright, so Ryan will be like, I can't stand the sight of this place anymore. You handle the negotiating, I'm going back to the car.
Alright. So yeah, they let you out, and Nikolai just kind of looks at you and says, well, I guess he won't be offering anything.
No, I guess he's not offering anything.
Alright. So you're back outside, so now give me a wits plus babble.
Okay, I'll also obfuscate.
Okay.
So wits plus babble's 4.
Okay. So actually, you start trying to decipher like this graffiti that was just left here, and actually, well, first off, it reads, "Surprised you found this,"
That's really good.
and then follows up with just an address, like numbers, and then.
All right, so I'm still staring down Nikolai in the guest room, in the antechamber here.
Yeah, just
Okay.
trying to do a contest of wills.
Yes, just a contest of wills. Just I don't know if Jonathan wants to offer him anything.
His body.
Such as.
I don't know. You want to have sex with a 12-year-old boy? I don't know.
I have no interest in that, Stephen.
Perhaps you haven't noticed how hard I am.
Not that we're having this conversation actually in the room, but
Why, perhaps I hadn't noticed how hot you are.
You
So,
start trying to
just-
seduce him, and then Alicia walks in and says, "Oh."
yeah, I figured. So anyway,
Well-
so yes, we're just, and I'm like, so if Jonathan doesn't say anything, I would say apparently we're done here, and I will turn on my heel and walk out.
All right.
I hate this man.
They let
I
you
will
leave.
follow.
All right, so outside I'll be like, well, damn it, I have no idea how to get it.
So Ryan will come back. I can be like, let's go.
Go where?
Man knows where man needs to go, alright?
You have the address.
Yes.
All right.
Fine. Go.
You know the ways of my clan.
I do. Don't forget I asked. Just go.
Yeah, let's just, whatever, that's fine. Let's go.
All right.
Is that normal though? Is that a thing that happens? Is that normal shit like this?
Yes, this is normal for Arcadian.
Okay.
Actually, Babel is one of the few ways to really get around the Tremere because, as I recall, no amount of auspex lets you understand it. It's purely the Babel
it's-
skill, which
it's-
only Malkavians can
I was
learn.
gonna say, it's like dementate kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I've just, just learned to trust his intuition. We just go with it.
All right. So yeah, you guys start heading towards that spot, and we will switch back over to Derek. The litany of curses towards you is just ending. And finally, she seems to have calmed down. Basically, she's let everything out. And says, well, I've been thinking about it. And she points up towards the ceiling. Denise says, there are a series of holes in the roof. I tried to look through them, and I saw starlight. So presumably, the madman who put us here intends to use them to kill you. But since you're a gangrel, just like Angus is, that means that you should be able to turn into mist and just fly up through them, and then you can come around and unlock the door and let me out.
Ah, turn into mist.
Hold up, excuse me, turn into mist?
Yeah?
I think you are highly overestimating what I can do.
You overestimate my powers.
Overestimate my powers.
So she
Don't try it.
signs. No, it's more like I shouldn't try it.
Yeah, I shouldn't.
It's over, Derek.
Because
It's over, Derek. We have the low ground.
You are not the chosen one.
She sighs and says, after all this, I still overestimate you. And she just kind of sinks to the ground. During her curses, you've had a chance to kind of check out this room, so I'll kind of describe it for you. So it is what looks to be some sort of bank vault. It's sealed off with a big vault door. There are indeed... Oh, yeah.
Let me go ask a little bit.
There are indeed, like, holes in the ceiling. And you can, as you kind of climb up to one of them, you can see that you can kind of, like, climb on what used to be, like, the drawers people would keep the money in. And you can see there is starlight through there, so it will be exposed in the daytime. There's basically going to be 1,000 little pinpricks of light descending into this room to cut you apart slowly. Or not so slowly, because the other thing you notice is that the ground is wet, and it doesn't smell like water. It actually smells like gasoline.
That's not good.
So once you start to burn, you could easily ignite this entire room, which would, of course, kill Denise as well. There is, however, in the room, one large coffin, but it is closed by a number, by like an electronic number lock.
This is a real Saw situation right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
And as you check your pockets, you find, obviously, all of your inventory is gone. But a couple of things have been added. There is a Bic disposable lighter,
So you can end it all right now.
if you want to. And there is also a letter. And
What's the letter say?
the letter reads, if you are truly worthy of our clan, you will escape.
Obviously from your dad. Being supportive. Here's what you do. You figure out that number lock. You climb into the coffin. Just as you close it, you flick that big lighter out onto the gasoline, kill Denise, and live.
Game
Yeah,
over.
I really was thinking about that.
But seriously,
Is there really not a tape recorder? Hello, Derek.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I mean, he regrows limbs, so you could just like saw off his arm and then just be fine.
True.
all right. So can you climb up the walls to get to the ceiling?
Yeah, they're like drawers and things that they would store things in here in the vault, and you can climb up and see through there.
Okay.
How thick is the ceiling?
Pretty thick. It's had holes drilled through it, but like as you're
But it's
pounding on it, I mean, it's a vault ceiling, so
Okay.
obviously you got.
I'm wondering if it had weakened from the drilling, but apparently not. Okay.
Yeah, it might have done. I mean, it's possible if he had like potence or something like that, he might be able to force his way through. But with human level strength, I mean, and then like also trying to perch yourself on the wall, there's not really a good way to force your way through it.
Investigate the lock already. Come on.
Yeah, let's go investigate the lock.
Yeah, so it's an electronic lock. You might be able to bypass it if you have the tools and the skills and technology. And it's set. It's set to a code. Right now, the under marks that tell you how many letters or numbers you'll be dealing with. There are 3 currently for this code. And in addition,
Code?
yeah.
Okay.
And then there are numbers. There's a number pad there, and kind of like a telephone, there are letters attached to them on the under side.
Like a phone, okay. So it could be a number or letter combination.
Right.
Yeah.
So just keep guessing.
Can I ask Denise if she knows, like, what the combination could be?
She kind of shrugs her shoulders and says, she has no idea. She can also confirm that she does not have, all of her stuff was taken as well, but she did find this weird thing, and she holds up her wrist, and there is like an old, like 90s era digital watch on it, with it's like a alarm watch.
What's the time?
The time is set to kind of early evening.
So I got like a full 12 hours to figure this out.
Yep.
Are the possible entries in the password then just 0 to 9 on the alphabet?
Well, the alphabet is on the numbers, so it's just 0 to 9.
And then
Oh,
there's
so
like 3
easy.
letters for each number.
Yeah, it's like a phone pad.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, do letters come up when you try to enter the password, or do just the numbers?
Oh, yeah, no, it just seems to be numbers.
All right. So there's only 1,000 possible combinations. Just keep trying until you get it right.
You got all right. Well, wait, is
1,000
there
is actually
like,
not a lot.
I'm like, it could be like, I don't know, there's a lot of them.
Just start at 0, 0, 0 and wake your way up.
You gonna brute force your way through?
Yeah, I mean, that seems to be the only thing I can do within my expertise.
All right.
Well, other than that, I mean, you
It's
could
kind of sad, but go for it.
You could also try to guess what might be significant to you or your sire.
I was gonna say the digital watch might have a clue there. If you look at the time, and if it's 9:03, then you put in 9:03 or whatever.
Mhm. Yeah, the watch seems to be set to the correct time.
Okay.
Mm.
Is there any other, it's a digital watch, so you know it's got buttons on the side. If she presses the buttons on the side, are there any other display options?
So there is an alarm on it, and it is currently set to go off at exactly midnight.
Okay, well that doesn't help. Well, unless it's military time, then it's 0:00.
Could be.
Since that'll be the first one you try anyway.
We'll find out pretty quick.
Anyway,
We can try it.
All right. Yeah. So 000 doesn't do it.
all right. All right, well,
So if you want to start brute forcing, then we'll switch over to these guys.
have Denise start looking through the doors, see if there's anything.
Yeah, I'll have her do that task, and I'll start guessing these numbers.
Okay. So you guys arrive at the address that was on the side of the building. And it leads you to a place inside of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems to be like a construction site. And you're not in the nicest part of town. You're in sort of the more rundown areas of the city.
Okay.
But it's a construction site. It looks like it's been maybe closed down for a while, like building is not continuing on it. But yeah.
All right. So aspects. What's around here?
Okay, give me a perception plus alertness.
Perception plus alertness is 5.
Okay. So, you don't really see too much around that strikes you as odd. Probably the most striking aspect is the kind of the crane looming overhead in the moonlight.
We're not parked under it, are we?
No.
Okay, good.
I assume you parked a little ways away.
Yes.
But yeah, it looks like this place has been closed down for a while. It doesn't look like there are too many tracks around here. And that's about it.
All right, so the address we have is the construction site.
Yes.
What are the buildings around?
It's like just some sort of light commercial areas. It looks like it's
And they're
mostly
all locked up businesses.
pretty much. There are a couple that are open like 24/7, but they're like a ways away. It's a big construction site.
Okay.
It's like it used to be like a city block size sort of thing here, and they're
Is it the
replacing.
dugout they're in the process of doing the underground parking, or is it a structure?
Yeah, there is a structure established.
Okay.
It's like a skeleton of a building, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty tall one. It goes way up there.
Okay.
And there's obviously, there's no tracks or anything. There's like graffiti everywhere. They're just kind of like pieces of equipment just sitting around.
All right, so I will look at Ryan expectantly.
I try to make sense of this.
All right.
Okay.
Huh. Do you want to run it by me again?
It's a construction site. It hasn't been used for a while. It looks like it might be.
Are there any doors and windows? Is it open? It's just.
Yeah, it's completely opened up.
It's a completely open construction site.
Okay. Well, I guess I'd best ask first. Is there any graffiti or anything else like last time?
Yes, there is. There are like gang tags and things like that around.
Okay, nothing babbly.
You can check if you want to.
I will.
All right. It is a wits plus babble.
4.
Okay. Yes, you do find some babble in amongst the graffiti. It reads, "Look up."
I do so.
All right. From where you are, you can see that you're directly underneath the crane, which looms over the site.
I just asked that. We didn't park under it though.
No.
But now we've walked under there.
Yeah, in order to read the graffiti.
Well, I may not have, but Ryan has because he's over
Is
there.
the crane holding anything?
It's night, and this crane is way above you. You're gonna have to climb up the site in order to check it out.
Time to climb up the site. Can we climb directly up the crane?
No, the crane is like up on top.
You could ask me to
Okay.
auspex that far away.
Do you want to try Auspex it?
Yeah, let me try and auspex it first. So let me
All right.
lengthen my sight and see if I can.
Yeah, you can
I'm sure we
just
can find a flashlight.
you
We've
can
got power
just
flashlight.
barely make out something that might be like a package of some kind hanging out on the end of it. There's a weird lump there. You're not sure what it is.
So there is something hanging out there.
It could be something.
Okay.
Yeah, like you can't
So
confirm
there's a possibility.
anything.
It's not nothing.
Yeah,
There
there's
could be something. There is a reason to climb all
Yeah.
the way up there. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So here's how we go about this.
okay.
I'm terrified to go in there on my own. So I will obfuscate and follow you guys in.
Okay, so we can climb up the building, right?
Yeah, there are
Are there
like
stairs
there are
and
stairs
things?
and things you
Okay.
can get up there because people have been
So,
working.
My
up there.
my other option was me just fly up there in a shadowy spot. I could just sort of
You could do that as well.
move up there, but we can go up the stairs.
Yeah, it is a blood and willpower expenditure
Yeah,
and
so-
a roll to avoid
Well, I
walking up
didn't
some
know
stairs.
if the stairs were completed. Or
Yeah.
not.
Well-
That was my.
Well, surely there is a risk of the building being quite treacherous. It wouldn't be a complete waste to just fly up there. but it's
No,
up to you.
it wouldn't be.
No, but if there, I didn't know if there were stairs. Was my thing, but so yeah, we can start up
Okay.
the stairs. If it gets too rickety, I might levitate my way up.
Okay.
But
So, since I'm obfuscated and probably the most equipped for spotting and avoiding traps, I'll hesitantly lead the way as long as
Okay.
you guys are close enough behind me.
Alright. He's gonna find a trap and then silently put up the hand for everyone to stop,
And
not
you'll be
realizing that he's
obfuscated.
obfuscated. And everyone will just
and
walk
we'll
past.
just completely was. So you need to speak if you
I
like.
will
If we
have
know
to
he's
break off.
obfuscated and he speaks, do we?
It still breaks
It
it.
still breaks it. Okay.
Yeah, so I'll just have to break it and then say, all right, guys, look away for a second. It'll be fine.
Okay, that's
All
fine,
right.
because there's no expenditure of blood for obfuscate. Obfuscate's
No,
broken
it's
in
just-
that sense.
No,
Yeah, it-
It's
no, no,
broken,
okay,
by
yeah.
the way.
What was that?
I just said obfuscate's broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is in that sense that there is no blood expenditure, and like if you're with your friends and you're like, okay, just turn around for a second. Okay, I'm back obfuscated, kind of a thing. It's broken. Okay.
It's a very good discipline.
Yeah.
Of the common disciplines, it's probably the best.
Yeah.
In my
No,
opinion.
and I need to learn obfuscate from Ryan.
All right. So.
Gotta get something.
All right. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any traps that you can find. And as you are climbing up the side, it does get, the wind kind of blows through here. You can hear it echoing through all of the skeleton of the building. But everything seems stable so far. And eventually you guys are able to get up to the top of the place. And it's here that you can find the crane that's been set up. And needless to say, the weird lump, as you look at it now from much closer, you can see that it is a box of some kind, which has been chained up to the very end, to the very end of the crane. So you'd have to climb up on top of it and then walk all the way out to get it.
Do I have access to the crane controls?
You do have access to them, yes.
Okay. Can I in some way maneuver the crane controls to bring the package closer to us?
As you try and start it up, you can find that it looks like it's been deactivated.
So it's been tampered with.
Possibly, it could be that it was tampered with by whoever put this out there, or it could be also that the workmen just didn't want a random person to walk up to their site and play with the crane.
Are you saying there's like the club, the crane version of the club
Yes.
on this thing?
I mean, in construction sites, they do disable the equipment, so someone can't just walk on site and get
Well,
a bulldozer and then just drive away in it.
Yeah. So, I've got two things to say about this.
All right.
First of all, when I was a kid, there was this railway getting built near my house, and the key was left in this JCB, and we turned it on, drove it a bit.
All right. So apparently there's no safety regulation in Ireland.
Okay.
Second of all right, so I want to know how disabled this is. Like, it could easily be rigged by some sort of trap mechanism when we reach the tip to grab the
I was gonna
thing
say,
where
Ken,
it's
how much
around us.
repair is needed?
Give me a wits plus repair.
4 for me.
It looks as though it has been. The key is obviously not there, and then it looks like in the electronics it has actually been disabled. And this, it looks like, was not to you done by a workman. It seems like someone a little bit craftier with electronics, which you know, sir, did this. But it is not booby-trapped in any way.
All right.
All right, but Ryan's
sense
not afraid of
anything with my
heights, right?
Do I sense anything with my Malkavian time?
You don't think there is. You don't notice anything.
Oh crap. Well, who would be the best for this? Is it me?
I was gonna say I can levitate out there, unless Ryan, you're probably the best at like strength and athletics. Is that kind of the?
Yeah.
So it's either me levitating using a willpower and a blood point.
And it is, from what you can see, it is actually chained to this thing.
So
you're
there
not
may
sure how
be
it's
some
connected.
strength required once you get out there.
How much willpower do you have left?
I've got 3 willpower left.
Yeah, okay, I can handle this.
All right.
See, a chain. I could go back and get my lock cutter from the car.
All right. Yeah, you can run back and get it.
All right, let's do this.
All right. So first off, in order to work up the courage to, you're able to just kind of climb up on top of the crane easily enough. But in order to step out, because of course it has been positioned over just a sheer drop down. So we're going to need a courage roll to start out with.
I'm so glad that's 5.
And what is your humanity?
Ah, I'm very glad that that is also 5.
All right. Hey, Lucy's useful.
Apparently.
Is
All right.
Lucy with us, by the way?
No, she probably stayed at the house.
Well, so she's at the house guarding it.
Yeah, so she's at the house guarding it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
So there
doesn't
was
really
no one
count
at the
as
house.
guarding.
That's true. I forgot about Lucy.
Alright, Zach's not perfect. Lay off.
All right. Well, you know, he was bitching about me with the whole starting the stream. All right. We'll pay back.
All right. So you guys, you're able to. It takes you a few minutes. Basically, you guys down below, Stephen and Jonathan. You see Ryan up there, like, just like standing there,
Uh-huh.
kind of like makes a move forward and stops.
Just kind of, well, you know, I understand.
All right.
Frightening thing.
Give me a strength plus athletics to try and climb your way out there.
6.
And you have a point of potence?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, so you're able to get your way out there, no problem. So you've reached this chained up box, which is hanging up near the very end of this crane. And there is, it seems to be locked by a padlock, which has 5, it's a number padlock. It has 5 numbers on it. And then etched into it, like with a knife or something, there are a series of 3 words. The first word is Easter, the second word is rising, and then the third word is Monday.
Okay, how many numbers was there?
There are 5.
5.
And they are.
Okay, let's see.
How many combinations is that?
A lot.
Okay, well, so obviously, let's see. I'm going to assume it's a date. So I want to say it'll be 16 for 1916. Easter, I presume it's normally in, it's normally in March, is it more often, or April more often?
It's more often in April, I think.
Yes, okay. But I don't know I can't remember what day that Monday was, so it's going to be something for 16.
You guys do have your phones in
Oh,
character,
right.
so if you want to look it up online.
But
Oh, yeah.
here's the thing,
I'm
David.
so
Here's the
used.
thing. Here's the thing. Is it European dates or is it American dates?
European, obviously.
Right.
Is it?
Clearly.
We're members of the British Empire. we're not
Stephen would
savages.
agree with you, but we're in America.
Doesn't matter. Anyway, find that date, Zach.
What was that, David?
So I'll look up the date of the Easter Monday in 1916.
All right. You can look it up in character and in real life.
All right, looking through it right now.
So you see Ryan perched on the end of this crane, pull out his smartphone and start.
And with his thumb, begin to search for something. Here's the thing, I don't think he realizes you're American and you think an American dates.
Oh, look, if I get it wrong, I'll just change it to the American phone.
Okay.
If you get it wrong, just give up immediately.
Yeah, you'd be like, I can't get it.
All right, Google, don't fail me now. All right, so it was the 24th. So the password 24/4/16.
Oh, he was smart enough to do it the other way.
Sir is Irish, so he would use the Irish
All right.
dating convention.
Well, you know what? That's a little known thing for most Americans. I didn't know if you were aware. All right.
Yes, it opens.
All right, cool.
Well done.
So, what do we got?
All right. So
Let's
first
go,
off,
yeah.
because the box is pinned to the underside of it, give me a dexterity plus athletics to grab it as it falls.
That would be 6, since
Okay.
I'm wearing my armor, I guess.
All right. I am ready with movement of the mind.
Yep, you grab it.
Okay.
All right, let's head back off the crane before I start opening it.
All right. Give me a stamina plus athletics this time, since you've been out there a while.
6 again. Did I mention Ryan's a physical character?
Yeah, we've noticed.
Lucy's appreciative. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, so you work your way back, and you've got this box.
Okay, so where are we?
All right. Inside.
Shall we dissect it here on the roof?
Might as well.
All right. Inside, there is a folded up poster. It is for a magic act called Orloff the Hypnotist.
Orloff, I know him. He's my enemy.
Yeah, it looks like it's pretty old, like it's been around for decades, and he doesn't look that old, but of course.
He's a mage.
Yeah.
So, it's not like we age.
No, but it does give a business address. That's
Right,
the main
apparently.
thing on it down as you're scanning the little contents down there.
Apparently, your sire wishes us to interact with every enemy we have.
I'll check for Babel as well, just in case.
All right. There isn't anything written on here, and there's no babble from when it was originally printed.
Well then, Stephen, it looks like that is what he's trying to do.
All right.
I mean, would this still be associated with him by now, though? This address?
It was from like
he's-
the 50s, so
He's a mage, and who knows with their kind.
Yeah, he might have moved on. He might not have. Let's prepare for the worst.
You know, I'm going to assume Ye Old Magic Shop has been there for decades, just from the looks of it. So I would assume like us, they don't necessarily want to go mixing it up. So it's worth a try.
all right.
All right, let's go.
So let's go down the 100 flights of stairs.
All right. So
My knee.
as you are getting near the bottom, you see a group of men coming up the stairs towards you.
Oh, crap.
There are 3 of them, and you recognize one of them as someone who was formerly staked in your basement.
Ah, so he's bloodbound to me. Very good.
Did you actually take off the blood points to blood bond them?
I don't know. It was a month. It was over months, and then you rolled
No,
for the blood.
this isn't that guy. This is the guy who you caught during Harry Houdini.
Oh, the Tremere guy.
No,
So
not
he is-
him. You got two guys during that.
Right, and the other Anarch I took back to my basement. I said I blood bound both of them
Did you?
over those months.
No, that wasn't months. You didn't have months between Harry Houdini and
When I
everything
learned
else.
the technothaumaturgy?
That was before. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
did I not have
Yeah.
enough time for this? So the one guy is blood bound to me, but the
Yes.
other guy's not. Okay. I thought I had two in my basement. I blood bound, but okay.
Well, we've
whatever.
had multiple days. Have you taken the blood points off?
Well, no, because I returned those guys before, and I thought they were both bloodbound to me because I
No.
thought I had months in between, but apparently I did not for that second guy.
Mary,
The first
why
guy
didn't you
is. The
just
first
say
guy is very definitely bloodbound to me. But
Why
the second
didn't you
guy
just
is
say
not.
yes and then discreetly take 3 blood points off your character?
Because she's right in front of me. I'm looking at her character
Because
sheet.
I'm sitting literally right next to him.
All right.
You could do that, David, because you're in Ireland.
Well, I would never do that.
Oh
Good.
God, yes you have.
I'm not tricker. I'm not a tricker.
Did
like
you
a
spend the
woman.
blood point for celerity? Yeah, sure I did. Erase.
All right. So yeah.
Alright. So this is the Anarch that's working for Orloff. Because that's where
That
I got
attacked you
him,
at this.
right?
Well, you don't know if he's working. The mage actually told you he's probably not working for Orloff.
Okay.
Heinz Anarchs hated him for a different reason.
Oh, okay. So, okay, this is Heinz guys. These are Heinz guys.
And he's standing behind a guy kind of deferentially to a guy you presume to be Heinz.
Okay.
Whoever the hell Heinz is.
Whoever the hell Heinz is. Okay. Alright, so anyway, I will, okay, I'll deal with this. Whatever. I've unholstered my gun as soon as I see him. Pop.
Alright.
It's ready for a quick draw.
Okay.
You can get
Like
some-
to be
some celerity.
obfuscated?
But anyway. Jacket unbuttoned. Okay. So,
Is it too late to be obfuscated?
I thought you were obfuscated.
I'd like to make sure I'm obfuscated. I just want to make sure we're
I
all on the
assumed
same
he was
page.
obfuscated.
Did you spend the blood point already?
He doesn't need to spend the blood. I assumed we
Ooh,
turned
that's
around.
what. Now that's the real reason obfuscate's broken.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright,
Thanks.
so I will stride forward as the leader and
Mm-hmm.
meet this man eye to eye.
Alright.
Does he whip out a gun and kill me?
Not yet.
Okay.
Says, I thought we had an understanding.
What did the juggler tell me to do?
That he wouldn't give you a problem in Gary, but if you came to Chicago, watch your back.
Okay. That's what I thought he said. Damn it, that is what I
Because it makes us really look like the bad guy here.
It really does. It really looks like we're doing something wrong here. Yeah, damn it. Okay. So what does this guy say again?
I thought we had an understanding.
We did, but circumstances change.
Alright, so when you say that, these guys start, getting ready for a fight.
I want no trouble with you. I just need to take care of my business and then I'll leave.
I spend a point for celerity.
Alright. He says, exactly what business brings you to one of my construction sites?
A rogue Malkavian?
Alright. Looks like not. All right. So you notice Hines starts kind of scanning the area, and he's turned his attention off of you directly, but he's still talking to you, and he says, "Why don't you explain a little bit more clearly?"
The sire of one of my companions has kidnapped another of my companions, and apparently we're on some sort of fetch quest.
And that brought you here.
Yep. I will hold up the Olaf poster to get this.
All right. So he looks at you again and says, "Do you swear to me you're not lying?"
I swear. What do you want me to swear on?
All right. He's just kind of looking at you.
Boy Scout's honor.
All right. Oh, that's a lot.
He's got a lot of aspects. Who knows rhymes there?
All right. So yeah, scans you for a minute.
Does he give me the Larry David look?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's like, "Fine. Because this individual has also violated our territory, I'm going to give you leave to exact vengeance on our behalf and allow you to leave this time. If you come back to Chicago again," and he makes a gesture.
Hopefully that will never happen. So
All right.
I will politely stand there until he moves aside to let us
They
pass.
step aside and let you
Okay.
pass.
Alrighty.
Maybe you should exchange contact details so you can let him know next time you're coming to
Yeah,
Chicago.
I was gonna say, would you like me to let you know next time a crazy Malkavian forces me into the city? No, I'm gonna be too dignified for that, Ryan. I'm gonna walk past with my head held high.
Maybe
Go
I'll
to
break
see.
off the paint in front of him and be like, hey, do you want us to let you know next time?
You can, if you wish to. That'd be a Malkavian
Yeah.
thing to do.
Nah, actually, Ryan doesn't like strangers, so he wouldn't do that.
All right. So, meanwhile, with Derek. So you have been just basically punching codes into this lock for a while. So give me just a straight dexterity roll, just to see kind of what pace you're going at through these.
4.
Yeah, so you've just been punching numbers in, and actually you did get the first one to enter in. It's way in the middle, so you don't really remember what number combination you were doing. You've basically just been punching through these as quickly as possible. But you hear like a little beeping sound, and then you hear something unlock, and then another number combination comes up.
All right.
So this one is a 6 number code.
All right. How many possible combinations, David?
That's a million. It's a million, I think.
Enter the 6, so a million.
All right.
So his dad get into his coffin.
But a 6 number combination could be a date.
It could be.
True.
2404 16.
So, like what date were you, so I would try significant dates. Dates you were embraced.
Again, we can try the date I was embraced, the date I met Denise.
Today's date.
Yeah, that.
Date.
Yeah.
All sorts of dates. So he's trying dates.
Okay. So basically, Denise, when she heard the beep of the first lock, she rushed over to see it, but then another one popped up, and you can see that she seems to be starting to panic. He's like, there's a number, there's another number. What's this one? How did you find out the last one?
Don't tell me you just guessed.
Well,
Tap your temple twice.
Just be like, yeah.
Up there for thinking, down there for dancing.
Ask her for important dates. Switch the subject. Ask her for important dates.
yes. Can you think of any important dates?
Dates like what? Like our dates?
No, like like actual like days and week. I mean days, months, years, like that kind of date.
Oh. Like,
Does Derek know? Now, Derek is an American. Does Derek know that Europeans do dates in a different way?
I don't know. What's your intelligence plus
Trivia.
yeah, calendars. Some skill you don't have. What's your intelligence?
Oh, well, my intelligence is 2.
Yeah, you would actually be aware
All
of that.
right. Apparently, Derek has traveled out of the United States.
Or just has common sense.
No, actually, unless you've traveled out of the United States, you probably aren't aware.
Yeah, it really never comes up if you're not in
It
Europe.
never comes up otherwise.
You
Yeah.
people actually disgust me sometimes.
But he went up to Canada and, realized they do dates differently.
All right. So yeah, she's like, what kind of important dates? Like, like when Columbus discovered America. What? What?
Is
Uh,
To the sire, to Sir, she's been with him for a while. Are there any important dates?
the important dates that would happen between me and you, or you and my sire, because the combination may be one of those dates.
All right. So she tries to think, and then she tries to say something, but for some reason she can't. She keeps like trying to say something and then like stopping herself.
Hmm.
And
This
you
one
can.
type of
Does
curse.
he recognize the signs of dominate?
So first off, give me a intelligence plus occult. I'll just get the 2 dice ready.
Well, yes, it's definitely 2.
And you don't know what's going on.
That's a bad roll. So that was a really bad roll.
Darn. All right.
But she starts to panic. She's like, I can't say anything.
Ask her to try to give a date that she thinks is wrong.
All right, I'll do that. Give a date that you think is wrong.
All right. She'll just name off a date. It's
Okay,
today's date,
so
whatever that
it's
is.
specific. Whatever she can't say is literally the answer. That's a good sign.
So give me the date after the date you were thinking of.
All right. She gives tomorrow's date.
No.
Okay, what I meant was give me the date after the important date you were thinking of before.
She can't do it.
What about a week after, a month after, a year after?
Yes. What about those things?
Anything that's related to important dates, she just can't bring herself to say anything.
Wow.
But she does definitely remember them.
Can she say?
Can you write them down?
Do you have
Yes,
anything
can't
to
you
write
write
on?
them down?
If she tries to write them like in kind of the dust on the floor, she can't bring herself to do that either.
Can she say what happened on that day that makes her think it's important?
Yeah, so she can list off like a series of dates that she thinks might be important. But
What?
even when you start to enter, like in some of those dates, they don't turn up the code.
No, I mean, can she say what happened on the date she's not allowed to say?
She can't say
Yeah.
any important dates.
She can't say any
So there's
important
several.
dates to her.
So there's several, so you don't know exactly like which. So there's not just one that she can't say. There's
Yeah.
several that she can't say.
Okay, well, whatever. Can she say anything about like what happened on those days? Why are those days coming to mind?
They just seem to have to do with her past. For some reason, she is having difficulty talking about specifics about her past with Derek.
So she can't remember her birthday.
Okay.
She can remember them, but she can't
do
talk
I-
Can't
about
say
them.
them.
And that's why she's starting to panic, because she does remember
She
them.
realizes that she can't say them out loud. Derek, do you remember her birthday?
Yeah. Yeah, do I remember these things or some of these things?
You remember some of them, yeah.
Can I start? Well, I'm gonna start putting some of them in then.
All right. Yeah, so you start punching in some of the dates, and they're not turning up anything so far.
Probably with her on her side. Well, that leads me to believe that it is actually dates that is important, since she's obviously been dominated. Now, although you can't figure this out, Derek.
Question: if I put in like a certain, okay, how do dates work in Europe or other places?
So it's day, month, year instead of month, day, year. They're day. They go as smallest to largest. Day, month,
Yeah.
year.
So in Europe, right, we use letters instead, and we also write some numbers backwards.
Well, I'm not going to get into that weirdness. It's day, month, year.
All right. Well, I'll. Have I been trying the dates in American type dates or European type
I mean,
dates?
you can try them both at the same time, but they haven't been.
They're still not.
They're still not responding.
Darn. Okay. Can I put in like a certain day and have her look and like nod or shake her head?
Yeah, she is under a compulsion just not to basically be able to help you with anything along these lines.
Damn it. Useless.
Stupid woman.
I suppose. Oh, okay. Okay. I had an idea.
All right.
So, is this vault thick enough for me to speak through?
You could try and yell through it.
Okay. Can I yell and see if I can attract some birds to the vault?
All
and
right.
get them to try to find my. Well, I suppose who should I get them to find?
Angus.
Nah. I could tell them to try to find my friends.
All right.
I can send one to try to find my friend, and one to try to find like the police or something.
Okay. However, all right, I'm just wondering how you think this is going to work out. You know, this isn't like Lassie, where a dog runs up to the police and they're like, "What? Derek's fallen down a well. Take us to him."
Very true. I completely, my mind left when I forgot I was talking about animals speaking to humans.
So yeah, but you know, since we do know about your powers, when we see strange animals come up to us, we will assume it's from you.
Definitely. So I'll send a bird, try to find y'all, and then
Could you instead just do something really weird, like just make it circle around their heads or something?
Yeah, I'm sure I can ask him to do that.
You can send another one to the house. That way, the bird definitely knows where to go. And if like Lucy runs into it, she might be smart enough to send us a text or something. I don't know.
Good idea. I shall do that also.
There's not really a way to send them to the house because you don't know where the house is in relation to you, and there's no way to really describe a house in a way that a bird will understand. You could kind of describe your friends to them based on their kind of appearance, and then also based on the fact that they're vampires and the animals will be naturally afraid of them.
Could he describe a direction and a distance?
He could, but since he doesn't know where he's being held, that won't really help him.
Right, fair enough.
Well, okay, I know what I can do. I know what I can do. I can speak to the birds and ask them what they see.
All right. So first off, give me a manipulation plus animal ken.
That'll be 8, with especially in training animals.
Okay. So yeah, you contact like some bats and things, and ask them to kind of reconnoiter the area. And it seems like you're in the wasteland of Gary. You're not sure exactly where because it's all just burnt out, kind of
Why the
rubble
hell am
around
I
here.
in Chicago?
All right, this is good. So we're not like in a just completely too far away from the hideout.
No,
Can
yeah, you're in the right city so far.
All right, can I is the wasteland like a certain direction away from our hideout? Or is it just kind of like a just giant area?
It's a giant area, especially since the fire, it takes up about like half the city at this point.
Okay.
And any landmarks there would be have been burnt down, so.
Am I smart enough to understand north, south, east, west, and where our hideout would be?
How directionally challenged is Derek?
You might be able to figure it out, but you don't really know which way, because you can't see anything that really is a landmark that would tell you.
Which way is north?
Bird-
Like you can't
yeah.
tell within the room which way is north.
Birds
south.
would absolutely know where north and south are.
Yeah, but it wouldn't conceptualize them in terms of north and south.
But if he's in the wasteland and he knows,
They
like
would.
we're
If they're
Like-
migratory birds, they absolutely would. Come on.
no, they know. The birds know. But what I'm saying is, okay, so if he knows that like our haven is in the southern half of Gary and the
Mhm.
wasteland is in the northern half, he could say it's south.
Yeah.
But if the wasteland is like some sort of crescent shaped around
Yeah,
where our
it's-
haven is, it's going to be difficult.
more
Where
of a-
in the wasteland are you? Are you south of the haven or are you north of the haven?
Yeah,
he can't tell from just the
it
stars.
moves around. It is not birds, it's actually bats that he is contacted.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
You could try and work it out with them, what direction it's in, but again, you don't really know
It's
where
hard
in
to
the
tell
wasteland you
where
are.
exactly you are from the stars above you.
Okay. I can. Okay. This is what we can do. What time is it?
Right now, it is just a little bit until midnight.
Damn, that doesn't help. Can I ask them what direction the moon has been going in?
Yeah.
Okay, from there, I should be able to figure out from there that, depending on what direction the moon's going in, which way is north, south, or east, or west.
Right?
All right, you can orient yourself.
All right, and from there, I can.
Get a direction for the haven.
Yeah, exactly.
You really don't, but because of the way that it's spread out, you don't really know which direction the haven is in still. I mean, you could estimate, but you're estimating like based on one direction in a city. It's pretty rough.
So there's a large area for them to cover, is what Zach is trying to say.
And there's no way
To say
because-
this specific house is the one.
And to understand that bats don't understand what a house is. They're not going to be able to tell one house from another.
Right.
I see. Well,
They don't think in addresses.
Unfortunately.
Well, this started off as a good plan, but it's slowly been breaking down.
Only there was some way you could give them our sense
If only you had presence 3
or something.
or 4.
And you could summon. You really need presence so you can summon.
Yeah, actually presence is the best discipline.
And of course it is.
True.
Absolute fucker. Don't you start. Don't start.
I'm actually
Says Jonathan in a very scary way.
I'm actually pointing out one of the best uses for summon.
hmm
Alright.
Well, I don't know what to do.
So he goes back down and he starts punching the numbers again.
Try the
Hey,
numbers
Zero,
again. Just
zero,
try the-
zero, 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 zero.
I'll
Zero,
just try to
zero,
do
zero,
something
zero, zero, one.
Just start doing stuff like Derek guesses things related to the sire. So first of all, try when you were embraced, and then try to figure out. This seems to be kind of like a relationship test thing. Does Derek know any dates about when his bird like started acting strange, disappearing? That so like it's probably going to be the date where she got embraced or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Have I known Denise since? Wait, hasn't Denise was embraced before I met her?
Denise
She's a
wasn't
ghoul.
embraced. She's a ghoul.
She's a ghoul.
Yeah,
Oh,
Google
okay.
eyes, Google eyes.
Yeah, Ghoul Eyes.
You have no idea.
And she can't tell you.
Can I? Oh, okay. Can I ask her like general stuff? Like, did she meet the person before she met me? Is that?
That's yeah. She can say yeah. She did.
Okay? I'll ask her. Was she Ghoul Eyes before she met me?
She said she had met with him before, but she doesn't think so.
So she
Okay,
didn't drink the
okay,
blood
this is good.
until after she knew
She
Derek?
didn't know what he was until after Derek
Until that night.
rescued her.
Oh, until that night.
Oh, just to make sure, Derek did try the date when he was embraced, did he?
Yes, that doesn't work.
In both combinations, American and European.
So she didn't know what he was until that one night.
No.
So
Why
does
the hell
that
is she
mean?
talking to him? He's a creepy guy.
It's a good question.
I mean, he's seduced her. He uses vampire powers. How does Jonathan? Jonathan's a creepy guy, but he gets with
Jonathan's a
Excuse
toreador.
me,
This
what?
guy's a gangrel. Okay, gangrels don't
Now,
have
hold on. What have
presence.
I done that's even remotely creepy? Hold on.
him.
This is what it's going to latch on to.
Sorry, the
Creepiness.
gauntlet has been thrown down.
Yeah, I was like, this is what Jonathan's going to grab onto. Creepy. All right.
Derek's about
Absolutely.
to die.
That's the.
And
Well,
Miles
of
is
course,
like-
I'm going to grab onto that one because that's the incorrect one.
All right, we're talking about Derek here, Miles. All right, we're talking about Derek.
Mhm.
Derek doesn't have presence. This other guy doesn't have presence. He's a gangrel. He doesn't have presence. How can he seduce Denise?
You don't know.
So the question I would be asking is, why the hell were you talking to this guy beforehand?
So, question: do ghouls know when they're Ghoul Eyes that their master, or whatever, is a vampire?
No, they do not necessarily. They might be told, but if they're slipped the blood discreetly, they might not know. So it's possible she was a ghoul before that.
Is there any point in which I noticed any differences in her behavior, her beginning to leave the house
Yeah.
unannounced? Okay, when did that start?
It was around in your prelude. You don't know the exact date, but you could start punching in dates from around that time.
This is when you decided not to rescue her at the zoo.
His own lack of feeling for his girlfriend is going to kill him now.
Yes, it is.
Because he
Yes, it
didn't
is.
notice something was
The
wrong
fact
until
that
like
you
a year
really,
later.
Really didn't care, Derek. Is,
All right, we're
is
on
the
to the right
problem
track.
here.
I'm pretty sure this is going to be the answer.
Yeah, I'll start around that time. Start working my way forward.
Alright, this is going to take a while, so
Alright,
we'll
so
switch
we'll
back
be
to the
back.
others.
Going past Hines in the stairwell is what I'm doing. Heading on my way to Orloff.
Yeah. So you reach the building, which is, it's like a talent agency.
Now it's a talent agency.
It may have been a talent agency back then as well. I mean, it was like a business address for him, but it might not have been like where it wasn't like advertised, it was down in like the
Is
print.
it closed?
It is right now, yes.
I'm gonna auspex. Do I see anybody?
You do see one person inside, one aura.
Is it a human? Is it a vampire? Is it a? Can I tell?
What's your perception plus empathy?
5. No, 4 for empathy. Sorry, that was a word.
It looks like a human. He looks bored. And he seems to be just kind of moving around the place.
So security guard.
Possibly. Although he's not like at the front door or anything, so seems to be going around the rooms inside.
All right, Ryan, make a security check on this place. If we break in,
Sure.
All right, perception plus security.
That'll be 7. I'll also keep an eye out for Babel.
Okay. Perception plus babble is
4.
5.
5. 5. No, it's babble plus wits.
all right. This place does not look well secured at all to you. There is a lock on the door, but you can't see any sign of like a security system or anything like that.
I know there's a security guard. I will tell him that. So as long as we avoid him.
Actually, Ryan, to you, you don't think this place would have a security guard. It might be someone else.
Alright, let's do
around. Anyway, there's somebody walking around. That's all I'm going to tell you.
And you do not find any trace of babble.
So, well, Stephen, by my assessment of this place, looks a bit unsecure for them to be bothered having a security guard.
All right, I'm just telling you, there's somebody inside. I think we should break in, take a look around, but let's avoid that guy.
Alright, so we'll break in stealthily. Can I pick the lock open without having to break it?
Yep. Dexterity plus security.
7.
And you're obfuscated in this?
Yeah, please.
Alright. Yeah, after a little bit, you work the lock open, and the door swings open. So there are a couple of businesses here. It's not just the talent agency. There are some other stuff, but they're all closed as well.
I was gonna say, I suggest we go to the talent agency since that appears to be the clue.
Yeah, the other ones are just like little offices and things like that.
So let's head on in there and see what we can find.
Alright.
So
So if you keep an eye on the guy walking around, you're able to avoid him. Ryan, you're able to see from your obfuscate position that it seems to be a janitor who's walking around.
okay, that's fine. Probably should still avoid him. Who may
Okay.
raise an alarm.
Yeah, or just kill him now.
Trying not to kill people.
Alright.
Trying not to kill people. That is.
So the door into the talent agency is pretty much open, and, Jonathan, you're feeling a little bit kind of familiar here. This is, well, A, you've been to shitty talent agents before. Well, shitty literary agents. So it's kind of the same thing. Also, this is kind of like your shitty office building as well, although this one isn't as well secured.
You may have to make the janitor fall in love with you. Just be ready.
And, so inside it's a messy office filled with, desk, file folders.
All right, perception plus investigation. Let's do a little investigating here. See what we can find.
7 plus investigation.
7.
Relying on the Mulcahy yet again.
Alright. There's
Wow,
no, like,
the
obvious
inside.
secret walls or anything like that. Everything looks like it's in the file folders or in the desk. You do find, however, a little, letter in the, just kind of in amongst the desk, which, it says that they've basically leased, an area in the basement, for additional storage.
All right, probably should head there. Can I do an occult thing? Is there any, magic stuff going on here?
Perception plus occult.
That's, 6.
No, you do not find anything magical here.
Good. All right, so basement's our best bet.
All right. So you head down into the basement. Down there, the door isn't locked. Inside, you can find it's filled with little like storage areas. You found the tag, so you know which one to go to. And opening it up, it's filled with like boxes just full of files.
Boxes full of files. Yay. Is there any babble
Alright.
here?
Malkavian time. I'll find which one matters.
Okay.
You don't. Do you have Dementation 3 yet?
Uh,
All right, look
No.
for babble.
All right. Then in that case, you can't use any Malkavian abilities to determine
Stephen
which
looks
file is
at Ryan
correct.
expectantly. Do the babble thing.
do I see any babble?
There is no babble present.
Damn it.
Alright, wait, hold on, I got this.
Coming after I've got this, is not the answer, all right?
Well, can I mundanely search through the files?
Absolutely.
Alright, Stephen, here's your half.
All right, perception plus investigation.
Jonathan,
Is that
here's your
Perception plus bureaucracy.
bureaucracy. Got
Jonathan?
nothing of that.
So it's just perception.
3.
Jonathan,
You called?
you got bureaucracy?
No, I don't.
All right, then just
Well, here-
perception.
Well, here's your half of the files.
Perception 3.
All right. David, what's your perception?
4.
All right. So you actually, everyone starts looking through the files. You actually manage to think somehow. You pull out the, they're all labeled with dates, but you pull out the poster and you check to see when it was made, like when the date on there is, and then you find the date, the box with that date, which significantly helps you. And when you're looking through, it's all alphabetically labeled, so you find Orloff, and there you go.
All
Doesn't take
right.
you very long at all.
All right. Good job.
Told you I got this.
Very good, Ryan. Good job. Pat him on the shoulder.
Nice job, Kanye. Very cool.
Yes, I'm very proud. That's why I keep you around. You don't sell many drugs because we're off doing this kind of crap, but that's why I keep you around.
But I'm really good at doing this kind of crap. So.
I know. That's why I got LeBron doing the other stuff.
Yeah. So inside of the folder, there is some sheets of paper. It's basically stamped, he's closed his account with them. But it does, as you're looking through, there's some contact information on here.
Okay, where does that lead us?
It leads you out towards the Gold Coast, still in Chicago.
Alrighty, well, I guess that's our next place.
All right.
So we tramp out of here, lock the door behind us, get back in the car.
All right.
I'm obfuscated on the way out.
So as you guys are, it's a good thing you worked that in. As you're heading out, you see that someone else has entered the building after you.
Who was that?
So as you are
Everyone
leaving the
shame on me.
basement, at the top of the stairs, you are confronted by the sheriff with his ghouls.
God.
So you
boy.
hear him before he arrives. You hear, of course, the jangling of his spurs.
Yes, of course, the jangling of the spurs.
Says, well,
Of course we hear that.
Well. If it isn't the Anarchs.
The
Oh.
Anarchs. That's what he's calling us, the Anarchs.
Yep.
I will take some measure of
Some umbrage.
some umbrage. I shall take some umbrage. And you're no Anarchs.
And you won't mind explaining to me why exactly I found you meeting with them. Not even an hour ago.
We were in their territory. They told me to leave.
And what would you be doing in Anarch territory?
Rogue Malkavian.
Alright. Check his stats for a second.
That's my explanation for everything from now. Rogue Malkavian.
It makes everyone use their auspice immediately. Alright. So he starts scanning the area around you. It says, yeah, where is that little bastard?
Well, it's his sire that's the problem.
They're all a problem.
Hell yes. Let's not go into that now.
Racist.
Maybe it's best if you explain exactly what's happening.
My companion's sire has decided to kidnap one of our other companions as a game? I don't know. We are attempting to rescue him.
What exactly is this? Where is he holding him?
That is what we are attempting to determine. That's part of the game. I'm not sure if he has presented himself to the prince or what's going on, but we are attempting to rectify the matter.
And if you don't find it?
Well, then our companion is most likely dead. Has met the final death.
Kind of thinks for a minute and says, I don't know how you run shit in Gary. And it don't matter one fuck to me. But I'm not about to stand by and let a bunch of assholes shit all over my city.
Then let us go take care of them.
I'll do a damn sight more than that. I will be accompanying you and officially deputizing the three of you.
Oh, joy.
If it does not turn out to be the case, however, if you have been lying to me, I will find out. And there will be consequences.
Fine. Our next stop is this address.
Alright. So, he will go with you.
Very well. He's not driving in my car.
No,
He and his
guys have his own car.
All
He has
right.
like 4 ghouls with him as well.
Very well. That's fine. I won't mind the extra.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Did he just not catch me because I was hiding, or did he seem to not be able to see me through my
No,
obfuscating?
he said the three of us. He knew you were there.
Yeah, but he also said, where is the little bastard? So either he's acting or he actually can't see me. I want to know what to do.
Give me a perception plus empathy.
4.
You have no idea. He's an inscrutable man.
Alright, I'll assume he was acting and he can see me then, I guess.
Alright. So you guys head out to the Gold Coast. And we will switch back to Derek. You are just kind of entering Coates Inn still. When all of a sudden you kind of jump as you hear an alarm go off.
Is it the digital watch?
It is, actually. It is now midnight. And as soon as the alarm goes off, Denise, something seems to snap in her mind, and she says, where did we meet?
Crap. His uncaring attitude once again bites me out.
I provide her with the answer that I definitely know.
I specifically designed this that you're going to have to pay a little bit more attention in character. You're gonna have to.
Where did you?
I know we already established it in the backstory, so I know it has
Oh
been
crap!
firmly
You haven't
established.
watched the YouTube video.
If you can if you can get your friends to help you, that's fine.
Your backstory.
But
Derek, what is your
together you're gonna have to
backstory?
remember your backstory.
Friends, I'm in dire need of help right now.
Okay, but I don't know your backstory, Derek.
You're gonna have to think about where would they have met? Where do people meet people?
You
Well, I
worked
mean,
at the zoo.
Probably would have been college.
Oh, I know, yes. It was in the zoo.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I
You met her at the
say
zoo?
that. What did she say?
Yeah. I tell her we met at the zoo.
All right. So she nods, and then she kind of notices the keypad. You brute forced your way past the first code.
Mm-hmm.
So then she says, "What did we do on our last date?"
Ooh. I hold up. Let me think.
I knew this was one challenge that would truly bring Stallworth to his
All
limit.
right.
Remembering
Oh my gosh.
a woman he slept with.
Was leaving you for dead
They all
count?
blend together.
I remember we went out to dinner.
I don't know.
Did you?
I remember. Hold up. Let me think about it. I remember we went out to dinner.
Mm-hmm. That's what you remember?
Yes.
I will remind you, you did actually have to plan out this date because I asked you what you wanted to do for it.
Oh, I remember. I took her out to a picnic, didn't I?
All right.
Okay, better.
Yes, and in case you're keeping track, you can enter that in. And yes, that does accept it. And you hear the sound of a lock opening, and the number, it changes again. This time it is, it's not 6, but 8.
Crap. That could be another date with just a 48-year-old.
And so the final question is, what is my birthday? And this, we've never actually stated it directly, so this is going to require an intelligence plus empathy roll.
Oh.
That's 2. Can I use a willpower point?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna do that.
Really wants to remember.
It's a good thing you spent that willpower point because you would not have passed. You are thinking so hard about this.
Damn, your birthday. Damn.
But eventually, you punch it in, and then you punch it in. You try and do it the American way first, and then you try it, doesn't work. You try it the European way, and it activates.
Alright. Okay. Alright.
The final lock is released, the code just goes blank, and it kind of just pops up just a little bit, so that you could lift up the lid.
Excellent. All right, so we work together. This is a good team effort. I'm gonna hop inside the coffin.
All right, you open it up, and as you are doing so, there's like a string attached to it, and as you're opening it up, it pops something out of the bottom of the coffin, and you can see that you can't actually get inside it. It's full up, like it's a solid piece, except for a little area where a bomb has been inset.
Oh, crap.
And as you pull it up and the string pulls out of it, there's a timer on it which starts ticking down.
I knew it was too good to be true.
A message reads, you might not have until dawn anymore. Ha ha.
Oh, those Malkavians.
And
are
we are
fun.
going to switch back over to the rest of the party.
Did you figure out where the last date was?
Yes.
Okay. I went off to watch Derek's prelude at 2 times speed to try to find it.
Hey, I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I tried my best. Zach's voice is really quiet.
Yeah, in that first video, yeah. It all comes back around.
Alright.
I did that on purpose to prevent you from looking it up.
Okay.
Alright. So you guys arrive at what looks to be a condominium at the Gold Coast. And you guys have started to, I don't know, give me perception plus awareness rolls. All 3 of you.
Plus awareness?
Awareness. So you might not have it.
That's going to be 3.
I assume it's just alertness.
It's awareness.
Not alertness. I was trying to make that roll too, but no, it's awareness.
I don't have a skill called awareness.
So it's just
Yeah, it's
perception.
not on the sheet, so it's just perception.
Okay, 3 then.
Okay. And then Ryan's got 4.
Yeah.
All right. So Ryan's the only one who notices it, but you start to feel a little bit weird. You definitely feel like there's something following you. Something, you feel like you're being stalked, basically.
Well, it is a mage's haven, possibly.
He was starting to feel it just on the drive up there.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Something's watching us.
Oh. Do I feel sick?
Not right now.
Okay. Guys, let me know if you start feeling ill at all.
All right.
If you start getting the slightest sign of a cough, if you know what I mean.
Gotcha. Possible Slenderman activity here. Or possible Sire activity. Or possible Mage activity. Any one of these could be.
Just keep an eye out for anything strange.
All right, so we're on alertness now.
All right. So yeah, you guys pull up outside the big condominium building.
All right, do we have a number?
Yes, you do. Although, this is years ago, so it may have been refurbished or things moved around since
All right,
then.
well, whatever. We'll attempt to find that number.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you are heading up towards the building, and you arrive on. You start heading up towards the floor. It should be on. And who is actually pressing the button on the elevator?
Not me.
I will volunteer.
Okay.
I'm obfuscated.
I was going to say, it's going to be me, but I'm wearing my gloves.
Give me a willpower roll.
To press the button?
Yep.
That's why I'm wearing my... So my Tremere always wear gloves.
I'm not touching it with my finger, I'm touching it with something clothed.
You guys already said that you were going up there, and you had none of these worries until I brought up who was doing it. So you're touching it with your finger.
But I have...
What's your willpower?
5.
All right. Okay.
You should just always be wearing Michael Jackson gloves.
No, this is... I have sort of a standing thing with Zach, that the Tremere always wears gloves.
All right. So yeah, he hits the button, and you guys go up.
Okay.
When you get out, though, you find out that he hit the wrong button. He hit the floor just below the one you want.
All right. Oh, look
All right,
at Ryan
if you realize
expectantly.
Yeah, if we realize this, then we should be able to tell him, press the right one.
Okay. Is it Jonathan doing it again?
I'm gonna look at you, Ryan, and be like, is this some weird Malkavian thing? Did you
Well,
like
you don't
dominate the
look at
button? Did he dominate the button?
You don't look at me because I'm obfuscated.
Well, I look in your general direction.
You
I
guys
don't say
cast
anything
set
'cause I
dead
don't
reckoning where around you he usually
I'm all like,
stands.
I will speak out, Ryan.
Okay, and I proceed to not break obfuscate.
All right. Do you want to babble anywhere? Is there any graffiti or anything in here?
What's your perception plus babble? It was 5.
Yeah,
Nope, there's nothing like that.
I proceed to not break obfuscate.
All right. So I'm going to press the correct button with my gloved hand.
All right, you give me a willpower check.
All right. Okay. It's still 5.
All right. So you notice there is definitely a presence that's trying to enter your mind as you're hovering over the button. You actually have to, it's trying to move your hand either up or down.
Mm-hmm.
Basically just slide past it. It's only when you are absolutely focused in on it that you are able to force your way through and push it.
Does it feel like a dominate thing? What does it feel like to me?
It
Cult
feels-
plus perception?
Yeah, perception plus cult.
6.
Based on your experience with both dominate and magic, it feels like it's more magic than dominate.
Okay. All right.
Like, and very finely noticing, you looks like someone has engraved sigils. It looks hermetic to you.
What does it have? Does it have any meaning?
It looks like, I mean, based on what you're experiencing, it's probably a ward that pushes people's minds off of the button.
I will direct Ryan to that area. Does he notice any babble?
No, there's nothing like that there. It's all hermetic.
Didn't know if Malkov wanted to throw a little babble into the hermeticism of the Tremere, because, you know, he'd be like that. All right, but I'm able to push the correct button. Do we
Yes.
get to the correct floor? Okay.
Yeah. So when you guys enter in, this place looks like, basically like shit. It's almost like the janitor has been just skipping over this floor for
Huh.
years.
Because he doesn't want anybody coming up here.
So yeah, there's like, the lights are like flickering. Most of them are out. There's just kind of trash everywhere.
Okay. I'm going to aspect.
Alright.
If I grab my head and my eyes. Don't look at Lilith.
Alright, what is your perception plus empathy?
What's empathy? It's 4.
So you are actually able to see a number of auras, which are all around on this floor. One of them is very vibrant and sparkling and clearly reeks of magic.
Okay.
The others look kind of muted, not quite like a vampire, sort of like, normally you would say they were dominated, although from what you guys have put together, it looks like they've been hypnotized.
It's a mage domination kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there are a number of them around.
All right, so I will explain that to the group. There are a number of people here that we must be aware of. And then I will head toward the sparkly guy.
So yeah, most of them are off in like separate apartments, it looks like, although some of them are in his apartment as well.
Okay.
And as you're seeing here, like doors are just open, leading into a lot of these places.
Okay.
So it would be kind of hard to sneak down the hall without being detected.
Well, I'll make some noise and hello, here to see Orloff.
All right.
He's going to announce my presence. I'm not going to sneak in.
Okay. So, as you announce your presence, you notice that the auras are all moving
Is
around.
the sheriff with me anywhere?
He is. Did you want him to come up with you?
I would prefer that he didn't.
Because he was just going to sit down with his guys
Okay,
and basically
that's fine. If he's gonna
stake
be...
out the area.
Okay, that's fine.
So he's in the lobby, and then his guys are watching the other
Feeling
exits.
like, oh, well, if it ain't the mages. And then, like, something bad happened.
Yeah.
So I will be like, I'm here to speak to Orloff.
Okay.
To parlay. I'm here to parlay.
Okay.
White flag. If I have a hanky, I'm waving the white flag.
Okay. So, you, basically Orloff kind of sticks his head out, sees you, and then you can see there are a bunch of people milling around. They all look like, kind of like the Dominated Blood dolls. Some of them look like hippies, some of them all, there's like a range of counterculture styles here, but they've all been mind controlled.
Okay.
And so they take you through. It looks also like the walls in the apartments have been busted out to turn this entire floor into one big complex.
Okay.
So they take you into Orloff's room, which is set up basically like a ritual chamber. So it looks pretty familiar to you.
Mm-hmm.
And he sits you guys down and says, I take it you have reevaluated my previous offer.
Actually, I've come to see if there was a message for me.
No.
I have been led here through various clues. By
I
one
look
of my
around this
kind.
room for Babel.
Yeah, be checking for Babel.
All right. So give me a perception plus Babel. It's 5, right?
5.
You don't find any traces of it.
So none of my kind have interfered with you in the past couple of days?
I mean, you have.
Yes, I'm aware, but again, hold up the poster. Led here.
You got some balls coming here.
Yes, hell I do. It's a matter of life and death.
You're right. So he kind of stands up. He starts kind of pacing back and forth, thinking about what he wants to do. And Ryan, you feel, if you're sneaking around, I'm just guessing you put your phone on vibrate, but you feel like a little vibration in your pocket.
I'll have a look.
All right. And you're still obfuscated, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you can see it is a message from the name withheld. If you
Open
want
it.
to take the call, you're going to have to step outside of the room where the party is because that'll break your obfuscate.
Oh, it's the call. It's not a message.
It is a call, yes.
All right. Well, I'll try to do that then.
Yeah. Most of the hypnotized people have actually funneled into this room. Basically, they're all standing
To kill
around
us
the
all.
party. Yeah. So you're able to easily
when
get
I
out.
stand up and say, "Okay, sorry, leave,"
Yeah,
that's not going to be.
It's not going to work. You guys are captive while this is happening.
All right.
So you go off into a room, and you're able to close the door and basically answer the call. It says, "Boyle, been waiting for you."
Are you here?
Oh, I'm around. I'm surprised you made it this far.
Been doing some growing without you.
Mm. I'm right impressed, I am. But
That's good.
have you figured out the reason for all this yet?
That would be a negative.
And that is almost a victory in and of itself.
Victory for your dominate, would it be?
He laughs and then says, "I'm not sure if we're going to be seeing each other again, but look outside the window for me, will you?"
Aye. And I'll look outside the window.
All right. So he says, "Look down."
I look down.
All right. So you can see there is kind of the back door to the place, and it looks like a car has been pulled up. Kind of a beat-up old car has been pulled up, like right in front of the back entrance. There is no one inside that you can see. And then your sire says, "Needless to say, there's another one of those vehicles by the front entrance as well."
So is he saying someone is...
Is it a car bomb? Because he's Irish.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Because you're actually Irish. You're not American, and we hear about all the car bombs. So
Alright, so I'll say, Well, good work slipping that by us.
I want you to know, Ryan, it is my fondest desire that you get out of there. I just don't think it's going to happen. And then you hear a shout coming from the other room. So you guys, as you're in there, Orloff is pacing by, and then all of a sudden you don't hear anything, but there's a break in the window, and then Orloff just pitches forward. He's been hit in the head with a sniper shot.
Wow. Okay. Ducking. Recover.
Instantly, everyone that he has hypnotized, it wears off, but it doesn't just wear off normally. They all go berserk, like they just start panicking. And they're all armed with knives. They start slashing at whoever's closest to them.
All right. Well, dodge. Whatever.
I am making sure that's not me.
Run away.
You guys are just going to try and get out of there?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Give me a strength plus athletics.
So can
Can I sweetly
Ryan,
call me over while I'm running away?
You
Ryan,
can try, but I'm going to tell you it probably won't work.
Okay, so I got 3.
I feel like I need a token effort.
All right. And what was that you were saying, David?
would Ryan be able to just shout a message before they try to run for the elevator or something?
Yes, that will break your obfuscate, but...
Yeah. Okay, what is there another building outside that window that I looked out at as well, or what?
Well, you were on the opposite side of the building. You're looking out the back entrance. Their apartment was facing the front entrance.
That's okay, I'm looking out my window
But
right
from
now.
but from what you remember outside, there was probably a building. There was a building over there that.
Well, what about outside my window? What's there?
Behind you, you're in the back of the building, so it's like a parking lot directly behind you.
Okay, so if I were to jump out of my window, I just land on the parking lot.
You
Yes.
land on the car bomb.
You land on the car bomb, pretty much.
Well, I could jump far enough.
If you wanted to try that,
A running jump and try and clear the car bomb.
although it depends on how large
and
of a
roll.
bomb it is.
And go. Yeah, who knows? Who knows how much that's taken out?
Listen, man's got celerity, alright?
Alright, I mean, that's fine.
Okay. So, Mara, Ryan's message will just be to get out of the building, car bombs at entrances.
Alright, so that's what you hear shouted out to you as you're passing by these maniacs swinging knives at each
Swinging
other.
knives, I hear car bombs at entrances. I mean, the get out of the building is obvious. Car bombs at entrances is the piece I need to know.
Yeah.
Alright, are there windows on the sides of the building that do not contain the entrances? Like at the end of the hallway,
You could try and find them.
with the people swinging knives
Yeah.
at us. Can we avoid the people swinging knives?
You could go down, so you're on
Get down
basically
a
this
floor or
corner.
two and,
He was on this corner, so you could try and come down to like this corner
okay.
and try and see.
Attempt to find a window to escape from where nobody's stabbing me and
Yeah.
there's no car bomb.
Well, Ryan isn't in a room with people stabbing him, so I can celerity around to find the best window on the floor.
Yeah, you can do that. I will remind you guys, you are, several stories up, so there will be falling to take into account.
Well, I will do movement of the mind, but I'm not sure. Should we get down a couple floors for the rest of you?
What floor are we on?
You are on the...
I should know. I had to focus really hard to press the button.
You're on the 8th floor.
Apparently, I couldn't press the number 8. Well, I did, but Jonathan couldn't.
He picked monkey number 7.
So do we
No,
want to
no
run
problem.
down the stairs a couple of flights?
Nah, no time.
You're fine on 7? Jonathan's not.
Jonathan!
All right, let's run down a few flights. Try and get past these stupid knives.
Do you need a roll for my present skill, or just not bother?
Sure, let's do it. What's your charisma plus performance?
It's 6.
Alright. We'll see how much it doesn't work.
My specialty is I'm captivating, but I think I will elect not to make use of this.
Because they're all going to come after you.
No, you're able to draw a lot of attention on yourself, really. as you speak up.
It is an aura of apathy,
No.
calming things down. Nobody
No.
cares.
These guys have been
I don't
hypnotized for like
particularly care if
years.
they don't care about each other, or if they don't care about me. As long as they don't care.
All right, so let's just find a stairway and head on down.
Okay.
Okay, good. Look, I tried.
Good try. It was a good try.
So you guys head down a few stairs. What floor do you want to get down to?
Is like third floor enough that we can?
I mean, it's up to you.
Maybe that's what 30 feet or so.
Yep.
So you're gonna take some. Is it bashing damage?
It's normal damage.
So it's not like lethal damage. Or is it lethal?
I think it is, yeah.
Okay. Do we need to get down to second floor? What floor do we need to get down to?
I mean, it's up to you. I mean, it's obviously not a good idea to jump off of any building.
No.
So the higher up you are, the more damage it will deal. You're just gonna have to decide.
So do we escape the knives? Do we have
Yes.
some time?
Yeah, you're able to get away.
All right. So
But they're all up on that floor. Just
All right. I only have 3 will point powers left. That's the only thing. Because I'm like I could move myself down and then I could move Jonathan down. But then I'd be down to 1 willpower point. I'd
Yeah.
have to save at least 1. So if we can just get down to the first floor and then go out a window there, or just climb out a window instead of going out the door,
you could try that.
then let's just do that.
I think from what you remember, there aren't really any windows on the first floor except for like around the entrances because it's mostly just like custodial areas all around to the sides.
So the second floor?
So the second floor would be.
Okay.
You're also going to need to gain entrance to someone's apartment.
Can I just knock on the door?
I mean, you can, yeah.
Okay, I'm knocking on the door.
Okay.
And then I am dominating the crap out of this person and saying, let us in.
All right. What is your manipulation plus leadership?
That is 7.
All right. All right. So a man comes to the door, and you dominate the hell out of him.
Let us in.
And so he's standing there holding a baby, and he kind of steps aside. But as he's doing so, the baby starts crying, and then you hear another voice from inside, a woman's voice, saying, "Who is it?"
Okay, so if he's standing aside, we're toward the window.
You're just gonna jump.
I'm just gonna jump out your window, lady. Deal with it.
Okay. I'm just gonna.
If she comes out, I'll let them go first. But if she comes out, I will dominate her and be like,
All right.
it's fine.
Okay.
So, if she comes out, catch her eye, it's fine, and we're jumping out your window.
So who wants to jump out the window first?
Apparently, there's no options. Ryan, Jonathan, you got this option. Go out the window.
Right now, fuck it. Sure.
Well, I'm stronger, so
Take
I'll
a
be the one
look
to break
down
through the
below
wall.
you before you jump out, but you know.
So first, I would like to check: are we at a window?
I always knew it would come
Yeah.
to this.
Are we at a window above one of the cars, or on the other side?
You're
of
on the other
building?
side.
Okay, very
I've
good.
been mentally preparing for this for like months, and then now.
Okay,
Well-
when you knew you needed to jump out a window. All right.
All right. Who's going first? Is it Jonathan or Ryan?
First. I'll go first.
Okay.
Sure, fine.
So,
Give me a strength plus athletics.
Okay, well, so can I use the celerity I charged up?
Yes.
Alright, fantastic. So strength plus athletics will be 7.
Okay.
And I have a potence if that matters.
All right. Yeah. And what is your strength
4.
or stamina? Sorry, my bad.
4.
Okay. Alright, so you take no damage from the fall. As soon as you land, there is a huge explosion. A pair of huge explosions, actually.
Oh,
So, I am going to, first off, need another stamina roll, still 4.
still 4.
Okay.
No, it's 6 now.
All right. All right. So you use your celerity to jump clear away from this thing, and you only take a single point of damage from shrapnel ripping into you.
Ah,
All right.
I was Ryan that went first. All right. So what's our status?
Yeah, so inside, you guys are also going to need to give me stamina checks, although you're protected by the building.
2.
And Jonathan?
Also two.
All right. Okay. So, Stephen, you take no damage, and Jonathan, you take 2 points of damage.
Aggravated?
You were standing
No,
closer to
just
the window.
shrapnel damage, so it's just normal.
Okay.
I was trying to calm the woman down.
That's not working anymore.
Okay.
So she's freaking out.
I'll heal 1 point of that.
All right. She's freaking out. She's like, "What did you just do?"
It wasn't us.
Yeah, right.
Jonathan, get out the window.
She starts calling the police.
I will jump down the window.
All right. Give me.
Can I try to grab onto the ledge to get a bit closer before letting go?
All right. You still take another point of damage as you kind of twist your ankle as you land.
Okay, fine. I'll heal that too.
All right. So yeah, she
And then
starts
I'm
calling the
hauling
police.
ass away from
All
here.
right, so I am climbing out the window and I'll...
I will remind you, she has seen your faces.
All right, I want to look
not
at
mine,
her
bitch.
and full-on dominate with a full 7 or whatever. Do I need to alter memories?
It's a wits plus subterfuge to alter memories.
So it is, that's 4. You do not remember this.
All right. And, all right. And the husband is there as well.
Okay, I'm looking at him too. We were not here.
All right. You fast and dirty try and do it and hope there's no time to check if it takes,
Okay.
really.
Boom. And then I'm out the window.
Jumping down too, all right.
Yeah.
Stamina.
So that'll be 2.
Okay. You land with no problem.
Okay.
So the crippled man right next to John was like, "Oh, my leg."
Like, you're fine, get up. All right, so we'll trot on away from there and hope for the best.
All right. So the sheriff comes around and he's like, "What the fuck did you just do?"
That wasn't us, that was Irish terrorists.
Okay, so I'll step in here.
Mhm.
Weren't you guarding the outside of this building?
How the hell did you let the car bombs get placed there?
I know they were car bombs. They looked like cars. They were parking.
you
God,
innocent-
people park.
Innocent, empty cars parking outside the entrances of a building.
It was.
Always a car bomb. We're dealing with Irish terrorists. Get your head in the game.
In his defense, they were parked in legal parking spots,
Whatever.
and they weren't there when you went in. So.
Anyway, I am like all over him. I am like, Irish terrorists, get your head in the game.
Some sheriff you are. Ha!
All right. It's like, what did you just say, boy? And everyone starts to feel sick.
Oh, shit!
Oh, God. Okay, never mind that. I take it back. There's something else going on now. Shit.
Give me a manipulation plus subterfuge to see how well you, or manipulation plus etiquette to see how well you kowtow to this guy.
4.
Because he's on a warpath now. No, actually, you're very deferential.
Of course.
Very mannered. It's pretty good. So yeah, what do you guys want to do now?
Panic
All right.
Get in the car and drive away as fast as possible.
All right.
I'm gonna off-spec.
So you guys are heading towards the car. We got. Also, as you guys are doing this, you notice that another car rushes directly past you. And Ryan, give me a dexterity plus dodge.
5.
Okay. Yeah, so this car swerves to try and hit you, and you barely leap out of the way, and then it starts going off down the road.
Okay, I'm off-specing. Is there a Slenderman around here somewhere?
No,
You-
Auspex that car that just fight.
All right, I will off-specs the car. I will off-spec everything. I am looking around with off-specs.
Who's in that car? I want to try to see.
There's a vampiric aura in the car.
Okay, there is a
Fucking
vampire
celerity
in the car.
face that car.
It could be. It's getting away, currently.
Follow
I don't
that
know.
car.
Well, okay, let's get in the car and
All right.
follow it.
So the sheriff basically yells, he will handle the situation here.
Whatever.
Get after that guy.
Okay.
You've been deputized.
Okay!
All right. So he and his men start to spread out and handle things, and we will swap back over to Derek.
Meanwhile.
So, Derek. So this bomb starts to basically count down, and it's counting down. It started counting down from 20 minutes.
Crap, you got 20 minutes?
And there is the paper message, and actually there's more writing on the other side of it. And it reads out, Denise chose the wire you need to pull. I wonder which color she chose. And I is actually spelled like the body part.
So I'm guessing Denise's eye color is the wire that needs to be cut or pulled.
Yeah, there are red, blue, green, and yellow wires sticking out.
So what color are Denise's eyes?
Well, I pull her over and look into her eyes and gauge what color they are.
All right, as you're trying to get closer, she's like, "What are you doing? There's a bomb. What did you do?"
We always
I tell her to calm down.
put your hand on her thigh. I'm sure that'll help.
Give me
Yes.
a charisma plus empathy.
All right, that's 4.
All right. So what are you going to do? Do you know how to disable it?
Yes, there was a hint. It said that from what I gleaned was the color of your eyes is the wire that I need to pull to disarm it.
Oh. Well, that's easy. You know that.
Yeah, give me a sec.
Let me gaze deeply into your eyes.
Yes, I do know, but this is a situation where I must verify first.
Trust, but verify. All right. So,
And then ask her what color she thinks her eyes are.
yeah, you look into her eyes, and they are blue.
And what color do you think your eyes are?
What the hell do you mean? What color do you think my eyes are? Do I think my eyes are?
Well, I just want to make sure, we, my kind, have some very special powers, and just want to make sure that we're on the same wavelength.
She says they're green.
Wow. Okay.
See, I knew there'd be an issue.
Well, I mean, she's clearly been dominated. So
True.
Or she's wearing colored contacts.
She could be wearing colored contacts.
that's true.
Uh-oh.
That's true.
Whatever it's
Um,
doing.
Yeah, let me see if I can. I'll ask her to take her to. No, I'll take the contacts out.
All right.
Is that a good idea though? What if she doesn't have them on?
I was gonna say, ask her, like you're wearing contacts, right?
Yeah, I'll ask her that. Your eyes look blue. Are you wearing contacts?
She says, I don't know. My eyes aren't blue.
Well, try to take them out.
How do you take out contact lenses?
I you just, I don't.
I don't know. We got 20 minutes to figure this out.
You just like scratch them off, don't you? Or
Just like
pull it off or something?
I don't know. I don't wear glasses. I don't know.
Scratch them off,
I
yeah.
have perfect vision.
So she's like trying to do it, and then you're like trying to put your finger in your eyes. I don't want to do it.
Okay.
They're blue. Just pull the blue wire. Do it.
Blue wire or the green wire?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
How many wires are there?
There are 4 wires.
What
There
wires are there?
is blue, green, red, and yellow.
Do we discount the red and yellow?
What was that?
Can he glean action about these wires?
Do you have the demolition skill?
No.
Absolutely not. He has no idea.
Is demolition seriously a skill on its own?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, you can just make up whatever skill you want.
You can. It's called secondary skills.
I feel like science should just be enough, but whatever.
No, there's like repair and demolition and security.
Demolition is a pretty specific skill. I mean, Mary,
It
so
is.
you took masters in science. Do you know how to make a
No,
bomb?
to be honest, I wouldn't know which wire.
I mean, you know the chemical components of it, but you don't know about
I
the
know
bomb.
that if chemicals
Okay,
were put together, they
so-
would explode. I don't know which wire.
So repair, right?
Repair
At
could
the
work
same
on that
time-
as well.
By increasing my repair, at the same time, I improve my ability to fix a broken sword and to carjack. Like, okay, that makes sense.
That would be... Repair is more like electronics. It's stuff like the car. Actually, repair could work for this. More general skills have a higher difficulty. But Derek doesn't have repair either, do you?
I do not. I have 3 science.
He's a scientist,
Yeah, that's not going to
not
help
a
you.
demolition expert.
Yeah, you understand what explosives, how to make the actual chemical explosive component, but not about the actual bomb-making element.
I also have 3 streetwise. If that.
No.
What streets did you grow up on?
Can you kind of see where the wires go to? Do the wires
They go into
to
the
some
bomb.
big? They just go into the bomb.
Yep. They meet up with the
Just
panel, the electrical.
All right, the electric panel, so you don't know. All right, so it's either, it's possibly blue or green is your, At what point, Derek, do you just say fuck it and pull one of them?
When it's getting close to like 2 minutes left.
So for 20 minutes, you argue with Denise about her eye color, and then you say fuck it and pull one of them.
No, because what if that's only the first step? Don't leave it until the last minute.
That's a good idea. That's a good point.
Okay.
All right.
This is a real growing episode for Derek right here.
Everything has to do with his girlfriend,
With the
and he
fact-
knows nothing.
With the fact that he knows nothing about his girlfriend.
Okay, look, Stallworth. Are you a fan of Descartes or not? Because at this stage, it's just a question of whether or not you trust your senses. Just
I trust my senses.
Yeah.
She lied to me earlier because she's outdated. So
exactly.
Although this entire test has been about her.
It has been about her.
Now, it hasn't been about
and
you.
The correct answer is not to trust her. So it's the blue
Right,
one.
but then the alarm went off and she gave you the date you met.
Yeah, everything has happened so far has been about you two working together.
okay, well in that case,
But he's a Malkavian, so maybe he's trying to lure you into a false sense of security.
Is this like intense couples therapy or just a crazy Malkavian?
This is tough.
Or whatever. Say, do the green wire. Pull the green wire.
Is the green color she said or the color?
Green is what she said, and she's very insistent on it. It's green.
So
Wrap your arms around her, Derek. Pull the green wire, and die
Oh
together.
yeah. If we dying, we dying together
Yeah.
at the same time.
how
So
romantic. How about you
I'm gonna pull her.
first?
I'm gonna pull her real close and, green wire it is.
You pull the green one?
That's the one she said, right?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So you pull the wire, and the timer goes dark.
Whew. I see. I knew all along that it was green.
He says afterwards.
All right. So let's switch back to the other players. You guys don't
Oh
arrive.
God,
to
Denise is coming to live in my house, isn't she?
We'll find out. So you guys are driving after him. So Terry's the one driving, probably.
Yes.
So dexterity plus drive for him. All right. So yeah, he drives after this guy, and you guys follow him all the way out of Chicago and into Gary. And then he goes into the wasteland, and you guys are following. He's kind of pulling ahead of you, and then you come around a corner and you find his car is just empty and abandoned.
All right,
in front
don't
of a
park
building.
near it.
All right. Terry pulls off some way away, around a building.
Okay, all right. We need some shelter from the blast. It's an empty car, all right?
So yeah, it's pulled up right outside of an old bank. It looks
Alright.
like it was a historic building at one point, but
I'm
it's
going
been
to
abandoned.
auspex the building. Do I see any orange?
4.
4.
That was 5.
No.
Perception
What's
plus empathy?
It's 4.
Alright.
Perception plus alertness is 5. Perception plus empathy is 4.
Yeah, you see a vampiric aura descend directly in front of you. It is a large, bestial-looking man just covered in, like, fur and hair.
Well, that's probably the sire. It's not Derek.
And, unless
Probably
he's
not
changed,
Sir.
he's also white. So
Yeah,
it's really
so
definitely not Derek.
probably not Derek.
And so he kind of growls at you and then says, Angus.
Dr. Stephen Higgins.
You here after that lunatic?
I'm here after your child.
Same thing. What did he do to you?
Your child or the lunatic?
Both.
Well, the lunatic's trying to kill us. Your child is my friend.
Says, I've had dealings with this bastard before. Double-crossed me. Now he's playing some sick game.
Okay. Do you want to help us or not?
I'll allow you to help me.
Okay.
So, he heads inside.
Okay. There's no car bombs. Can't tell. Ryan, are there any car bombs? Security.
You could do a repair check.
Do a repair check. Are there any car bombs on anything nearby here?
Sure, that'll be 5.
Okay. Yeah, you check out the car and you don't see any traces of a car bomb in it.
Okay.
Alright, I'll check for Babel as well.
Alright. What's your wits plus babble?
Anyone else noticing it's oscillating between wits and perception like a mad cunt?
Well, perception is when you look to see if there is babble. Wits is when you look to see if you can understand it.
I'm looking to see if I can find some right now. So why is
So
it
that would be
wits?
perception. That was.
There's babble here. Obviously,
Okay,
there's
there's
babble here.
babble.
It's a Malkavian's base. You think there's not babble here?
Okay.
Obviously. Okay, sorry. Wits plus babble is 4, my friends.
I was just kind of skip past it, get you straight to the good stuff.
Sorry, we had to explain for the audience.
Yeah, there's a lot of babble here, but this is even crazier than normal, and you're not really sure what it is. It seems like even when you decipher it, it's still crazy ramblings.
Even to a
Decipher it again.
Malkavian. Crap.
But yeah, it's a lot of just like death threats, things like that. Just talking about blowing things up, blood and fire.
Like it's directed at me or at the world?
It could be, maybe both. One thing. Give me a perception plus
reply.
babble first, actually.
Sorry?
Give me a perception plus babble as well.
Okay, 5.
Oh, actually, you don't find any of it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there's no babble here. Never mind.
There is something odd that you do spot. Is another thing that you see a lot is the operator symbol, the circle with the X through it.
The one that
God.
you keep putting on the paper.
Alright, well that's not good. I'll let the lads know about that.
We have no idea. We just look at you and humor you and nod, as if we know.
I mean, you
No,
guys
the
can see
operator
the, now that he
symbol.
points it out, you guys can see the circle X.
The same thing that
Yeah.
he writes all over
Yeah.
his stuff. We have no idea what that means. We just nod.
Yes, you do. I'm sure Stephen took some time to watch Marble Hornets after all the stuff happened.
No, Stephen's an old British guy.
I don't want to research anything.
I'm not a 15-year-old Malkavian. I'm like a 60-year-old British guy.
Yeah, so you don't want to research the monster hunting you down? Sure, alright, that makes sense. Let's go in.
Well, I did, but in different ways. I did like ancient folklore.
He
and
got
things like
the
that.
book with like Derek Grobman in it, like in German. Like
Yeah,
the
no,
fairy
I've got
tale
like the
book.
German book. Yeah, exactly. That is exactly what I have. I have the German Hermetic book. I don't watch Marvel comics.
Marble Hornets.
Whatever.
Well, okay, so anyway, I will obfuscate. And
Alright.
we shall head. And yeah, we'll stay close behind the burly beastly man.
Okay.
Protection.
So he goes first.
Alright, I get my gun out. I take my gun out of the holster.
Okay.
Good idea, I'll do the same. And I'll have my staff in the other hand.
Okay. So with Derek, you pull the bomb, nothing happens, and then you hear a voice calling down to you through the little holes in the ceiling. It says, Derek, are you in there? Are you okay?
Yes, I am okay. Who are you?
I'm a friend. That guy, your sire, he's fucking nuts. He's trying to kill us. Both of us.
Okay. Does in Derek's mind, does this sound like the dude that staked him?
Yes, I mean, you can tell that it's definitely the guy who was there with your sire earlier when you got staked.
Oh, well, I don't trust him, so, you know, he can go on somewhere.
It says, I wasn't trying to help you out of the kindness of my heart. This bastard, he wants you dead for some reason. He tried earlier. But then that FBI agent, he rerouted you. You weren't supposed to be in the Gary morgue.
I still don't trust him.
Says,
Like, I somewhat believe Denise. If my sire really wanted me dead, then I would have been dead.
well, I don't know. You're in this room next to a bomb.
You might be one. But is this a gangrel way of killing people?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You do
After
have
my
the
sire would've
initial.
just beat me to death.
The initial note, actually, if you look at the two notes, the initial note that says if you are worthy of our clan, you'll escape is written in a different handwriting than the other one.
Well, I feel like this ain't a gangrel way of escaping by having someone help me, so I'm gonna take my chances.
He wanted you to come up through the fucking holes. Do you know how to do that? Because I'd be pretty fucking surprised if you did, and you just hadn't until now.
He brings up a good point.
Hey, you know what? I've got protein 4 I could earth melt. I just learned that from her.
Protein
Okay?
3.
Whatever. Protein 3. What is it? Protein 4 that gives you the mist?
It's animals.
Okay.
Protein 5 is mist.
Alright. I'm just a neonate.
He says, I'll open the fucking door, but you gotta do something. That lady, she's with him. You gotta kill her.
Nah, I'm good.
I ain't gonna fucking let you out unless that bitch is dead. That sun's gonna come up and you'll fucking die in there. Is that what you want?
Well, I mean, we disarmed the bomb, so I can still hop in the coffin.
Actually, it's like a solid piece. It's not actually a coffin with room in it.
Wow.
I'll just put Denise's dead body over the top of me. Fine.
It's a bit of a pickle. Out of character, what you guys think?
Well, obviously, out of character, he's the bad guy and you shouldn't kill Denise. But in character, what does Derek actually think?
So, well, to offer perspective, in character, Derek knows that both his sire and this guy were present when he got ambushed.
Yes.
And this guy explicitly mocked him before he got knocked out, so he's definitely in on the whole, let's fuck with this guy.
Now, Derek has also been to the gangrel meeting. He knows how gangrels work. Like, he's got gangrel education.
This is true.
So,
So what, I mean, is there a role for, like, how close this is? I mean, gangrels don't plant bombs, right? What do you know? You know David Sire is an Irish terrorist. Irish terrorists love bombs.
This is true.
But you only have 2 intelligence, so how do you roleplay this?
I do have that streetwise.
You do have some streetwise, that's true.
I consider Ireland the streets.
Yeah, no, I
You're
mean,
wrong.
this is, streetwise is just sort of, I don't know, I kind of think of streetwise as like common sense, kind of, hey, these are the people that, like gangrels, they're out in the woods, they don't build bombs. Irish terrorists, they do build bombs. Oh, hey, this probably isn't my sire.
If you want to try and determine his intentions, I would call that a perception plus empathy.
You need to get some empathy. You need to empathize with other people.
You need to care about someone.
Yeah,
Just a
that's
little bit.
solid too. But I will use.
You need to care about something.
Can I? Is there any way to boost myself up in this moment?
No, because you can't boost intelligence.
use the
Or
willpower point.
mentals.
Yeah, the willpower point's getting sacrificed.
Yeah.
All right. So just the 2 perception?
Yes.
All right. You do not necessarily trust this guy. He doesn't seem like he's on the up and up.
Why don't you talk to Denise? Talk to Denise. See what she says.
No, that is a good idea. Denise, tell me something.
Don't kill me!
Hey, calm down.
Nobody's killing anybody.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Look, I said I said I wasn't gonna kill you. I ain't gonna do it.
How did David Sire and your sire meet? Does she know that?
It's a good question. Do you know how this dude and my sire met?
I don't know. He sought Angus out.
Why?
I don't
Yes,
know.
why?
I wasn't exactly privy to their conversation.
Well, how did you get roped into, like, tricking Derek? Like, what were your instructions exactly?
She says that she was told what to do by Angus just to bring him there. She didn't know what was going to happen to him.
So does she travel around with this guy? Does she still live in the apartment where Derek and she shacked up? What's the...
She travels around with him part of the time.
And this guy this Malkavian the lunatic just showed up?
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just taking over your role playing here, Derek.
Oh, no, you good. Don't even worry about it.
So where does he stay? Does she just live out in the woods with him? What's going on? How does this all work?
I mean, you're not really there to ask the question.
All right. Well, Derek, you need to start asking some questions.
Definitely. So around what time, like when did this Irish dude pop up?
A few weeks ago. Months, maybe.
Ah.
I don't know. They already seemed to know each other when I met him.
I see. Well, did the Irish guy make any of his plans apparent at all?
Not to me.
You didn't like glean anything?
I mean, no. I didn't anticipate having to need to.
Well, she's been dominated too.
I didn't anticipate getting locked in a room with my ex-boyfriend and a fucking bomb.
That's true. That's true.
Calm.
You're right. Is domination a gangrel thing?
No, it's a Malkavian thing though.
And this dude's a Malkavian.
Yep, he is.
Oh, that's interesting. And she clearly been dominated. That's
Been around
very
Steven
interesting.
enough to know.
So, from what it sounds like, my sire had the grand master plan of creating some type of thing for me to try to escape. But this dude is the one who designed all the intricate little traps and stuff. You know, from him having her dominated so that she couldn't tell me the date and everything.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
So, if my sire designed this grand plan, he wouldn't just send the dude and be like, "Hey, let him out now and kill Denise, kill my ghoul." He wouldn't do that.
No, probably not. Ghouls are spendy. You don't want them to die.
Well, no, I mean, but Sir isn't pretending to be part of the plan right now. He's claiming that your sire has betrayed him in whatever their plan was.
Right. And you know from your experience with Stephen and Terry that ghouls are spendy. I mean, they take some time.
This is true.
So you don't just like sacrifice them willy-nilly.
No, and I mean, what could your sire have possibly betrayed him on in regards to all of this? I don't understand.
Yeah, so if this is a test for you to prove your worthiness, how is he betraying Sir?
That's a good point. And even if he did betray me, even if I were to be betrayed, why would this guy come try to save me? Like,
right, and you've been warned about Ryan's sire.
Yeah, all.
Just tell us to fuck off and wait for someone else to show up.
Yeah, definitely. He can go home somewhere. We ain't trying to hear none of that around here.
As Derek thinks really, really hard.
So no murder?
Oh no, definitely no murder.
All right. So after a little while, the voice disappears. He just runs off. You don't know what's really happened to him. All right. And you guys start searching the bank, and eventually you come to the bank vault itself. And the vault, it looks like there's just like a crank that you can open, but it's attached and wired up all to a explosive, what you presume to be an explosive device.
All right, security. Ryan, this is all you.
So what is it? Dexterity plus security?
It's perception plus. I guess it would probably be security could work.
7.
Okay. So you approach this thing kind of carefully. You can see there are like wires and stuff. You presume that this thing is hooked up to the crank for the vault, that if you try and open it, it'll explode. There is a combination on it, but it's got a series of color wheels that are all set up in a row. There are 3 of them. And then there is a button next to it. There is...
3 colors, you say?
Yes, and then there is a post-it right next to it, which just reads national colors.
All right, Ryan, this is
Now.
all you.
Now, here's the thing, though.
British colors or Irish colors?
Exactly, Mary.
At least American colors.
Red, white, blue.
You're stuck. You're good because you've got British covered. So.
So, but I mean, I'm getting the distinct feeling that pressing the wrong one here results in an explosion.
So what's the different? What are the different colors, Irish and British? I do not know. I will just throw that out there. I don't know.
Ireland is obviously green, white, and orange, and then British is obviously blue, white, and red.
I love it. See, we do red, white, and blue. So red is first for some reason in American culture.
It really doesn't matter.
I realize that, but you spoke with blue, white, and red, which is a different order. I just find that it's culturally weird.
I think it's because I don't think about it that much because they're not my colors.
Right, because you've not been totally, like, enculturated to red, white, and blue.
Anyway, there's a bomb.
Yeah, so you've got green, white, and orange? Or red, white, and blue?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, white's one of them. We know that.
Yeah.
White's
So
one.
white goes in the middle either way.
Okay.
All right. So if you're adjusting, you can check the colors that there are. The colors are... There's red, blue, green, white, yellow, orange, and purple are the available colors, and you can set it to white
Okay.
in the middle.
Okay, that one's done. Now, I can tell that Ryan has been dominated and his memories have been altered, correct? We've established that.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right,
Ryan,
I suppose it's gonna be the tricolor since the last one was about 1916. That's not unionist at all. That's nationalist. So I'm gonna go with green, white, and orange.
okay, so I'm going to say, because you're a unionist, I mean, you're, whatever you've been dominated to be, I'm going to believe that's the incorrect one.
Yeah, I'll roll with that since 1916 was odd.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
Irish.
Okay.
So you put in Irish colors?
I'm going to run
Yeah.
around the corner of something, so I'm sheltered.
All right.
Jonathan, do you want to come with me?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. So you guys get off around the corner,
Mm-hmm.
you hit the button, and the bomb disengages.
Okay. Can we turn the crank?
You can clear the wires and open up the vault.
Okay. What do we find?
All right. So on the Derek, you're there with Denise, and the vault door opens, and your friends, as well as Angus, your sire, are all there.
Friends, sire, I'm glad to see some of you.
Hello.
Some of you. I'm glad to see
So,
some of
sorry
you.
Good to
Sorry
see
to
you
rush
too.
everyone. Sorry to rush everyone, but Slenderman's afoot. Let's go.
True.
All right, well.
Are we still feeling sick, or did our sickness go away?
You're not feeling sick right now.
Okay.
Doesn't
So,
matter. The operator's afoot.
And so you guys, as you're turning around to leave, you see Ryan. Your sire is there, and he's holding a gun on all of you.
okay. I have my gun out.
Yeah.
I told you that. Okay,
Yeah.
So I do have a gun, but I don't have it raised
So he
necessarily at him.
kind of trains it to you guys, and then he drops it down to the floor. And you guys have just entered the vault, so you just notice that the entire vault is filled with gasoline.
Okay. Well, I don't know that I've entered the vault. I'm standing outside the door.
All right, you can be around the door, but you're
Okay.
very near the fire. at
Okay, but
least.
he's trained the gun down onto the gasoline.
Yes.
All right. How quickly can I get my gun on him?
You could pull it and...
No, I told you when I
Oh, that's
entered
right.
the building,
Yep,
I had my gun out.
you could do it and you could shoot at him. But of course, unless you get him in one hit, he'll set off the fire, which will...
Can I shoot his hand?
You can try.
Do I want to shoot his hand?
Don't
That's
do
sort
it,
of a, if
no.
it doesn't work, everyone dies.
We all die if this doesn't work.
Don't do that.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
Let's try and reason with them.
Says, well, I see we are meeting again. I presume this is your new sugar daddy, and he gestures towards Stephen.
You talking to Ryan?
Well,
Obviously.
my last one abandoned me.
This isn't exactly a good way to meet an old friend of your young boy. Alright, turns his attention back to Ryan.
I'm just gonna stare at him with my gun pointed at him.
Says, you found your friend Derek.
Hi.
Says, you risked a lot in order to get here.
Indeed.
You risked a lot to get here. And you risked a lot with what it was you left behind.
Lucy in the Haven.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, wow, that was harsh.
Dick move.
Fuck's sake.
I can't stand her.
Come on, Miles.
I mean, it's Alicia you really hate. Lucy did nothing wrong.
I dislike her too.
It's just
not
a
as
general
much,
thing
though.
now. All toreadors.
I hate my
Fucking
clan.
toreadors. Yeah, I really do.
It's a self-loathing that's just become generalized.
All right. So,
I mean, isn't it a toreador thing that they're like eternally upset that they can't make true art anymore?
yeah.
Yeah, of course I would hate toreadors then.
Yeah, that's why your book is so shit.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
He feels a lot better about something now.
Anyway,
Son of a bitch. Alright. So he says, I don't suppose any of you have figured out what all this is about. And then Angus steps forward and he says, I know exactly what this is all about. It means that you double-crossed me, you son of a bitch. And he starts...
This is going down because protein claws are coming out.
Yeah, he takes that as protein claws. He doesn't advance too far forward.
But claws come out.
Because he's in the gasoline, obviously. He's like...
But
you know.
claws appear.
Yes.
Damn it. Okay. I've still got the gun trained on Sir.
So, he says, well, that's certainly one way to view it. I wonder if cooler heads might prevail elsewhere.
Does he look at me?
Glance over you and Jonathan. And
What do
Derek.
you want? What do you want, sir?
There's the question. What do I want?
And we're looking for the answer.
He wants
And you notice, by the way, that Angus kind of, like, he coughs a little bit, or Denise coughs and
Oh, shit!
into her arm.
You're with Slenderman, aren't you?
I think I might just be about to get what I want, but let me make absolutely sure. And then he shoots at the gasoline.
Okay, run! Die!
Because Slenderman's around, stuff doesn't go on fire.
Yeah, so as he
Launching
shoots...
towards Sir.
You launch forward?
Launching.
Alright. Alright, so he shoots the gas, and actually, Ryan's pretty much spot on. There are little bits of it that erupt into flame, but the entire room does it. It should be like an inferno that engulfs everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, it just seems to burn around an area of the room, stopping right around the corner that Ryan is in, is where it is least fiery. And then it just patches out from there.
Okay.
Which
Well, I
means
leap
Slenderman's
towards
right
Sir
there.
because I figure he's not going to be in the...
Yeah. The moment he fires, he backs up and obfuscates.
Okay, well, I'm just leaping in his general direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everyone needs to make courage rolls.
4.
5.
All right.
Mine's 2.
All right.
Jonathan is not a courageous man. Scary, but not courageous.
Derek, what's your courage?
I can't look in the mirror.
Mine is 3.
Do you use dread gaze on yourself in the mirror? That would be hilarious.
All right. So Derek goes into frenzy.
All right, well, that's not good.
So we're actually going to need to pick out another animal trait for you after this. So I need to remember that. But basically, yeah, you panic, Derek, and you just sprint out of this room as fast as you can. Just get away.
Protein claws extended.
No, it's more of a fear frenzy. It's not an anger frenzy. All right.
All right, Denise, does she run?
Yeah, she wants to get out of fire, so she
Okay.
definitely runs out as well.
So where do I go? I leap forward.
So you're
that's
leaping
fine?
forward. You weren't really in a position to reach him. Being crippled, you can't really leap.
Well,
that
I was
far.
just getting out of it because I knew
Yeah.
the fire.
But
was
you're
coming.
away from him, yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to.
So for the two of you that are remaining in the vault and still have your senses, you two see a long, emaciated figure actually emerge out of the wall. Jonathan, you're kind of... Ryan, you don't see it, but Jonathan, you turn around, you can see it coming out right behind Ryan.
Jonathan has a lot of experience, I feel, with Slenderman.
Jonathan, if you would like to warn me, that would be nice.
And I think I'll elect not to.
So just a fit of coughing happens.
So yeah, Brian, you feel like a looming presence behind you, and a coughing fit seizes you. And Jonathan, you actually don't have any coughing fit or feel any ill effects currently.
Because you're like one of his ghouls now. You're like Slenderman's henchman.
Well, will I have a chance to do anything?
Yeah, you can try and get away.
So, if I recall correctly, my staff right now is still a bit of iron fence.
Mm-hmm.
I blindly attack behind me.
All right.
Just swinging around.
So yeah,
Old iron, baby, I got this.
and Jonathan, you feel obviously a compulsion to stop him.
Right?
You are one of him.
I will dread gaze, David. I'm sorry, Ryan.
All right.
Serious?
So
I
Yeah,
am completely serious.
He's like Slenderman's henchman now. Oh, we're getting another book out.
I believe the role is either charisma or appearance
yep,
and intimidation, right?
yep.
Oh my
That's a
God!
7 in either
Jonathan's
case.
one of the enemies.
It's a 7 in either case.
We're building a room, Miles. We're building a room. You're gonna be sucked into it.
For the record, I'm not willingly doing this.
I know. I'm joking.
Willingly throw you into that death room.
All right.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. I'm not willingly stabbing you repeatedly right now.
So, David, what is your wits plus courage?
8.
All right.
Ooh.
He disables you in terror.
Damn it!
Wow.
You feel.
Wow. That was wow.
You feel cold hands grip around you. And,
Jonathan is scary.
and Jonathan, you see the figure kind of beckon you forward as well.
Okay, I'm assuming I have no choice but to obey.
Oh, you have absolutely no choice.
Right. Number 1 backstabber now. Add that to the list, and I go forward.
Another reason we hate Jonathan.
So, Stephen, turning around, you see basically the figure take both of them, You're like, you can't even get up to disable.
I can't even.
You're
I can't
coughing
swing
too
around.
badly.
I'm coughing. I'm just like crap.
But you barely see them
Shit.
pulled through the wall. And vanish.
Oh, I'm pissed.
So the slender figure actually, he pulls them through the wall and then he reemerges without them. And he starts heading towards you.
All right, do I have my gun? Can I shoot at him? I'm going to shoot at him because
yeah.
that's odd.
Dexterity plus firearms.
Okay, it's not like going to do anything, but it's 5.
The gun jams.
Damn it.
And you can also see that all the fire in the room has gone out. Angus, who had started forward, he can't find the figure, but he turns around and he sees the Sunderman like, "You're with him, ain't ya?" And he goes up to him and he leaps forwards with claws. And then
I scream, "No!"
You see him stop in the air, kind of like with your movement of the mind, and then his arm just snaps the wrong way.
Shit.
And his limbs just start breaking off.
Okay.
Flying around in a whirlwind.
Can I do movement of the mind?
You can, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna whip it out.
Your willpower is 5?
It's 5. I'm using a willpower point.
Your
and
mind begins to bend the way it's not supposed to.
And I'm just gonna like do
just
whatever
try
I
and yank
can.
him
Yeah,
away?
just try and yank him away.
All right. So you pull him back with as much mental force as you can. And basically, you get a torso, really, that basically lands on top of you. He's a vampire. He's still alive.
So his head is still attached.
Yes.
So he's okay.
Yeah, but you get an angry gangrel torso.
All right. Well, life boon. I whisper in his ear, "Life boon." Okay.
The last
and
thing
then-
to hear before passing out.
You see there's another figure basically standing back. He waves you towards him, and then Terry takes out the M16, and he just opens fully automatic fire
so I
behind you.
grab the torso and I run out of the building and scream for Terry to follow
Yeah,
me.
and really right as you're passing him, the gun also is disabled as the figure's moving towards
I'm
you.
like, come with me, and we're out of that building.
All right. So you guys make it outside the building. Derek, your frenzy passed once you're outside, and you see these guys coming out behind you.
All right.
Your torso sire.
Your torso sire in Stephen's arms, which I may give to Terry to carry. But
I can't help but smirk at the sight.
as again, as I hand him over to Terry, life boon. We run to the car and try and escape
All right, yeah.
because there's nothing we can do.
Yeah, you're able to get into the car and get away.
Okay.
Stalwart, did you just say you smirk at your sire's torso?
Yes,
Nice.
exactly
Alright.
what I do.
So that is that's pretty much, you guys have to rush back.
All right.
And
So
find cover.
Ryan and Jonathan are taken.
Yes.
And now I noticed that Jonathan helped Slenderman. Do I notice that?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
You did not really see clearly what was happening. He did seem to be, you did catch him obviously walking towards him kind of mesmerized,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not really sure.
Okay.
Exactly
Not
what happened.
sure if Jonathan is mesmerized or is helping. Okay, I will put that down so I have careful notes. Okay.
So, once we're pretty much at 3 hours, so I'm going to kind of quickly go through this. So basically, once you guys are back at the Haven, obviously Angus is a little upset.
Yeah.
You can just kind of keep him in the trunk for now,
Well,
so he doesn't see anything.
I'll put him. I'll put him in the guest room with Derek.
Yeah, you can. He's easy enough to manage, so you can make
Yeah.
sure he doesn't see anything.
Yeah.
And same with Denise.
It's a little blindfold thing, whatever.
So not too long after this whole mess is finished, Art Morgan basically sends word through Modius that he would like to see Derek and Angus.
Is it still the same night?
No, this is afterwards.
Okay, so Angus has regrown his limbs.
He started to, but it takes a long time.
All right, so we're still maneuvering Angus around.
Yeah, you've
All
gotten like a
so
wheelchair to
we're
put him in.
Okay, so we have a wheelchair. We rented a wheelchair. We're going
Yeah.
to Modius with Angus in the wheelchair.
So once
Derek.
you can deliver them.
So this has been a couple of days. We still
Yeah.
don't know where Ryan and Jonathan
Yeah, they're-
are. Nothing
Well,
disappeared.
we'll get to that.
Okay.
We're dealing with this first. So, our Morgan basically asked to take Derek and Angus into custody as Judicar of his clan.
Okay.
He's going to take them off your hands. He doesn't say what he's going to do with them, but basically he uses authority to just...
I'm just going to say
Take them into
life
custody.
boon and point to
Yeah.
Angus. I'm just saying life boon. I'm writing it down on my sheet.
And he takes Denise as well.
Okay.
So the three of them are going to be in Art's custody. Jonathan,
Angus.
the last
My
thing
boy.
you remember is basically arriving at the bank. That's pretty much it. You wake up the next evening in your office. Like, you just black out and that's where you wake up.
Nice.
Where's Ryan? Don't you dare contact me, Jonathan.
Well, so I just wake up. That's what you're saying.
Yep, you just wake up.
Okay, what's the date? I'm checking that.
It's the next day. It seems like
It's the next evening.
something happened to you, you went to sleep for the day, and you just woke up.
Has anything happened in the office? Have I gotten any calls or anything?
You got some just routine business calls, but stuff that you were expecting to get while you were out anyway.
What about my personal phone? Any calls from anyone?
Oh, probably a couple messages from Steven, I imagine.
Are you receiving this? That is what you get. You get a text message. Are you receiving this?
Okay, how long ago was that?
Would have been yesterday. So just after
Okay,
you blacked
well-
out.
I will call him now.
All right, yeah, your phone rings.
Dr. Stephen Higgins?
Hi, this is Jonathan. I am just
Jonathan,
now
where's
receiving
Ryan?
What?
Where's Ryan?
How on earth should I know?
You were both taken by Slenderman.
You were?
Yes.
When?
Last night.
I woke up in my office just now.
Oh.
The last thing I remember was going to the bank place, and then
Yes,
No,
and then
nothing on here.
Slenderman appeared, and you and Ryan were taken.
huh.
You don't remember anything. You didn't go to any other dimension. You didn't see anybody there.
Surprisingly, no, not this time. I don't know if I'm happy about that, but I don't.
Oh, crap. All right, have
Did
Angus
Miles
and
remember to kill
Derek been
himself?
taken into custody? at this point?
Not yet, as of the time of the
Okay.
phone call.
So yes, so yes, Slenderman damaged Angus considerably. The rest of us are okay. I don't know what to do. I'm at a loss.
really don't either.
So if you hear anything from Ryan, if you can remember anything else, let me know.
I will, of course.
All right,
Okay. I'm
and that is
continuing
pretty much
to text Ryan.
the end of the session.
Okay.
So Lucy is very distraught, obviously, that Ryan is not there.
So Lucy is fine at the Haven.
Yes.
Okay.
Damn it!
Because Sir kind of made it appear
He made it sound like it, yeah.
that but then he didn't know where Ryan was necessarily at the Haven anyway. So I don't know if he knows where the Haven is. I don't know. He's a mischievous.
He's been
little
playing
thing.
mind games, so.
He has been. So.
So that is going to be, the end of the session. Ryan is still missing. So we're actually moving forward in time a little bit, so you guys will get the opportunity to spend experience
Also, I
points.
should say that I will. We are?
Yep.
Okay, so we're rolling for blood next time, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay, good, because I'm down to 1 right now.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, he's going to go into frenzy.
All right. So first off, everyone say what they learned. We can start with Ryan.
The fuck? Alright, that Jonathan's mind controls.
All right. And Jonathan, what did you learn?
I learned that it's possible to be mind controlled without actually having direct contact with whatever is mind controlling you.
Okay. And Stephen?
What did I learn? Because I don't know that mine's going to be that. But I learned that Derek Sire is not the problem. It's Sir.
Okay.
Okay.
And Derek, what did you learn?
I learned.
The birthday of your girlfriend.
Your girlfriend's eye color. The last thing you did with your girlfriend where
learned
you
to pay
met your
attention.
girlfriend.
When going through my backstory.
Is Denise staying with us in this? I'm assuming because Angus
She
is
was
there.
taken with Art, so
Well, right, but in the meantime, I'm bringing Angus back to the
I'd
Haven.
assume you blindfolded
So-
them, didn't let them see anything.
Right, but
Yeah.
they're there at the Haven too.
They were
until
there for 1 day. Yeah.
until I blindfold them and deliver them to Art. Okay.
Yeah. So they did spend 1 day there.
They're all in your room, Derek.
Yes, and I was very content to see my sire in his state.
We also need to. We're at the end of a story, basically. So everyone point to a time when you faced a danger to help the party. So we can start with Derek again.
When I helped that guy, I forgot what his name was, but when the everything was burning and I helped him escape from the fire.
Okay.
Carrie?
Yeah. Sure. That works. Steven,
Oh God, when did I help the party?
for the past several sessions.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what the several sessions were.
Everything since the fire, pretty much.
I don't know. I negotiated us out of a conflict with Hines and the sheriff.
All right. I'll take that.
Okay.
And Jonathan,
Come again, please, sorry?
when did you help the party over the past several sessions?
It's not dread gazing Ryan.
It was
being
when-
kidnapped-
I was
when you
gonna
kidnapped
say,
my
damn it. Well, I did dreadgaze a lot of other people. That was definitely
Yes,
helpful
you
to the
did.
party.
Okay.
But it's
I
not
will,
dread
I,
gazing
will
Ryan.
I will include Ryan in those people.
That
I'll take it.
doesn't help the party.
And Ryan.
It helps my party.
your party of one.
Of two.
two.
Count as Slenderman. Yeah.
Myself and Slenderman.
Mm-hmm.
3, me, myself, and I.
All right. So Ryan. Time you help the party.
I climbed a crane or two in my time.
Okay. So now we're gonna vote for role playing award. Derek won it last time, so Stallworth, you vote first.
Me.
I'll probably give it to
Vote for David.
Yeah, I will give it David. I enjoyed them phone calls.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna vote for David too.
All right, David, who do you vote for?
I didn't know I was so charismatic. I'd give my vote. I can't vote for Stallworth, can I?
No.
Alright, I guess I'll give it to Miles for a well executed betrayal.
All right. Miles.
I would also say David, yeah.
All right. So David, you get 7 experience points. Everyone else gets 6. So first, let me end the stream and the recording. So thanks everyone for watching.
See ya.
Bye.